Bianca, are you in here? Miss Butts, I already pinned you up ages ago. And I did say to you, I can't tell you what career path you're supposed to be on. You're supposed to give me one or something else. So I answered for you, Miss Butter, ages ago. Ages ago. And you might have missed it. And I pinned you up as well. So what I said to you earlier was you have to give me an options of two jobs. Because no one... I've done an in-depth reading with you. I don't know if you're here or not. If you can hear me, Miss Butter, maybe you didn't hear my voice. Maybe there's something going wrong with your part of things. Maybe you can't hear me again. I just wanted to give you your guided message. And that is look at the bigger picture. Bianca, look at the bigger picture. Yes. So your guided message, Bianca, was just looking at the bigger picture. Okay, before I get to just me, I'm going to read one more person. Perfume company, Africa or Greenleaf? Which of these two network marketing business should I pursue? So, Miss Butter, this is how you should ask me a question around career. Should be one or the other. And then what I can do is get an energy check-in on whatever career. So anybody who asks me about a career, it's not my job to tell you what you're supposed to be doing for the rest of your life. Because like I was saying earlier to Miss Butter, no one was going to tell me what I was supposed to be doing for the rest of my life. I had to figure it out for myself. But if you give me an option, then I can tell you what energy, which looks good. So I like that you put it this way, Letha. One or the other. So Africa, Greenleaf. If I had to choose, Greenleaf. But honestly, there might be another option coming in. But I don't know what you were going with, Letha. Which one were you going with? Because if I had to choose between Africa or Greenleaf, I choose Greenleaf. But I feel like there might be another option with you. So you were thinking Greenleaf as well. Greenleaf then. Anchoring your reading, I've got joyous outcomes, celebration, a reunion, a partnering up, family knowing about it, something in and around this energy. It feels, yeah. So if you're going with Greenleaf, I say Greenleaf. Your guided message, Letha, is there's another option. I said to you, anytime there's a scale in your reading, no matter what it is, there's always a choice. That one or that one, the scale. So you've got a win-win outcome is forecast. It's good all the way around. Just me. You're next on my list. I've got nobody else on my list after just me. I've got 2 more spaces. If you want to get a 7-card reading, it is the carousel that I've just pinned on the bottom of the screen. That will get you on my list and get you 7 cards. General. All right, honey. General. The first thing that I'm picking up on is there is a time and a place to make moves, right? Ella, you're on my list. There's a time and a place to make moves. I've got 1 more space, guys. You need to love yourself first. I'm giving you a warning on this. As I'm connecting to you, just me, I'm giving you a warning on this. If you're putting everybody else before you, all you're going to end up doing is, I feel like there's not going to be a right time to start the things that you want to do. There needs to be a change in your energy. I'm seeing number 9 around you. So things could start to shift and change for you in 9 days, weeks, months, or the 9th of a month is what I'm seeing. So you might start to see 999 everywhere you go. But I just feel like pay attention to the signs, symbols, synchronicities. I also feel like, I don't know if I'm reminiscing on something from the past. Just me. Reminiscing on something. I don't know if it's like the need to learn something from the past or learning from the past or the need to change your perception or perception on things. If you're looking back at the past, the only time you should ever be looking back at the past is to tell somebody about your story and let them know about the lessons that you've learned to help them. So Lisa, you've closed off my list. Lisa, you've closed off my list. Don't give me any more, guys. My list is closed. So this is what I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you, okay, sweetheart? So just me. If you're going to be looking back at something from the past, make sure you're looking at that thing from the past as a lesson. I learned this, I learned valuable this, I learned valuable that. And don't focus on all the coulda, shoulda, wouldas energy. Don't focus on what could be, what should be, because we're not there. We're here in the now. We're here right now. So deal with what you got now in this moment. Okay, let me just put your guided message. I don't know if you're reminiscing on things. I don't know if you're looking at old pictures, old memories to some degree, but it just feels like when you look back, make sure it's raising your vibration. You're not looking back in sadness, because you certainly don't want to co-create any of those memories from the past that you deem as bad or sad into your present and then into your future. That's how we co-create. Thoughts, emotions, and things. Okay. Just me. All right. I feel like as I'm connecting to you already, I don't only see number 9, I see number 2 as well. 2 days, weeks, months, second of a month. 2 of Wands indicates that you are trying to figure something out, trying to make a choice, or you're waiting for something before you make moves to travel, relocate, or go on a holiday. It's like you're trying to make a decision about something, but the world in the person's hand indicates that you're supposed to be moving forward momentum, travel, relocation, or holiday. The Hermit talks about you going within, soul searching, going within for that personal quest for truth and clarity. This is about doing the introspection, going in there. What is it that I want? What is it that I need? What am I trying to manifest? Is it going to be good for me in the long run? What am I thinking about that's negative that keeps interfering on the frequency of what I'm trying to tune into? So I do feel like meditation. What is it that is influencing your energy that could create whatever you're manifesting to be delayed to some degree? Because if you're the magician and the magi and you think it, feel it, say it, manifest and co-create it, then you'll infinitely do that. Because the magician, again, has the willpower to co-create all things. So I am feeling as I'm connecting to you as money, pay rise, promotion, investment, children. You might want to study, go back to school, learn something brand new. But there is a message and an offer coming your way that's going to be tangible, long lasting, and it's going to be long term. It might come to you slowly, but slow and steady always wins the race. Whatever you invested in is going to, I'm looking for the next step. That's why you have to meditate. When I meditate, I always get the answers. When I meditate and I go within, I always get the answers that I need. I'll show you a tool that I use for meditation, and it's what musicians uses, but I use it for meditation and to do things like, what do you call it? To do things like, oh, what is it called again? Shit. Regression. I've got a younger masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in. It could be a lover or a friend, somebody that you could be collaborating with, partnering up with to some degree. But I do feel like there's some sort of a choice that you're going to have to make. Now, anchoring your reading, I've got the Two of Swords. Again, this is about a choice, trying to compromise or make a decision, trying to go back and forth, whether you should stay or you should go, whether you should say something or not say something. But there's an energy here of a shift and a change. So there's 2 numbers here that I can see. The 2 of Wands and the number 9. So things could start to shift and change for you depending on where your energy frequency is at in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or the second of a month, or 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, or the 9th of a month. It will happen sooner in the 2s if you're high vibe, if your energy is raised up. So I've got daughter spirit. The daughter spirit always represents that you've got angels, your guides, and your loved ones open, ready for you to ask, because if you don't ask, you don't get. And then I've got the lessons, learning important life lessons, the journey, growth, experiences. That's the only reason why we're born into the physical world, to have the human experience. Because when you're on the other side, we don't experience things on that side like we do over here. We don't. Because everything up there is love, light. You think it will come to pass straight away. When you cross over to the other side, when you have a near-death experience or an out-of-body experience, and you don't need to have a near-death experience to have that experience, all you have to do is practice deep meditation. You will be connected to all things. This is why I love to meditate. Because when I meditate and I go within and I get out of my brain, I'm connected to the source of all things, and the answers that I need comes. Why? Every time you ask a question, why? Before you could even finish answering the question, the answer is already there in the ether, already been absorbed into your energy. This is why meditation is key. Some of us walk with this energy. So you could ask yourself a question, the answer would come in as your own voice, but it's the universe speaking through your vocal cords. Does that make sense? Ella, you're going to be next on my list. I'm just going to read 2 people. Once I'm done with Ella and Lisa, I am going to read for everybody in the room that I have not yet read for, because I like to give every single subscriber an opportunity to get a reading. I try to read for everybody at least once. I might do something around numerology with you. So like if you tell me your birth date, you calculate your birthday, the date, the month, the year, and then you give me your number, because I'm trying to figure out what else I can do for my subscribers. That might be a bit quicker actually. If you calculate all your birthday and you give me your birth number, I'll be able to tell you what your life path is and what you're here to do. How about that? What could be possible challenges, so on and so forth. Charlene, if I get through Lisa and Ella and I'm able to get through all of the comments in here, I might do that right in front of you now. We'll see if I'm not too tired. Who did I just pin up? I was supposed to read 2 people, right? Did I just pin somebody up? Alright, sorry guys, I've got to scroll up, and I pinned somebody up earlier and the person's name's disappeared. Sawyer, any spiritual guidance for you? So I'm going to read 2 people before I get to you, Ella. Please be patient with me. I don't even know if I've done it already. Sorry, completely. I was digressing, and I completely forgot where I was. Any spiritual guidance for you, Sawyer? I've got new beginnings, new opportunities, a baby being born into your energy, if not you in the family. I've got love, romance, intimacy, or more love in the current relationship that you're in, or the renewal of your vows if you're married. If not, a new love. I've got money coming in, but later on. So I've got self-sufficiency, financial gain. Watch your words, because I feel like you're manifesting the words that you might say something and you might not like it. You might manifest it and you might not like it in the end. I'm also seeing like stay away from chit chat, gossip, low vibrational energy. And I also feel like at some point you're supposed to be traveling, relocating, going on a holiday. This talks about necessary change, a transition, or something brand new, or something that you need to cut out or let go of before you move and transition into something more smoother. Adjustments are required. Letting go of something that doesn't serve you. Any messages for Zen? And then I've got Ella. Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Zen need to know, please? In love and light. Sorry guys, I was on here earlier and I didn't change the date in the corner. It said something like Saturday or Sunday, and I had to do the right thing. Zen, any messages for Zen? I've got an older masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Could be a lover or a friend or somebody that you could definitely be collaborating. Very educated and a very smart man. Somebody that I would listen to, but also be very mindful about him, because he could be very calculated to some degree. I also feel like you need to meditate and go within. I'm also seeing that you're supposed to be traveling, relocating, going on a holiday, or taking a leap of faith. There is some sort of new adventures or a clean slate or a new path being set up for you. And then I've got another masculine. So I've got 2 masculines here. So again, lovers or friends, you can meet them around work or around study or around travel. If they're not here yet, they're coming in at some point. Education, loving, kind and nurturing with the King of Cups. And the other one is more intelligent, intellectual to some degree. Not that this King of Cups isn't, but this person is more logical of mind, the King of Swords. Do not let your past hold you back. Ella. I just started dating. Oh, good for you. It's been 25 years. Any good guys I should be on the lookout for? You never really know. You never really know. If you have a name of somebody and you've been dating because they seem good, I'll be able to do a check-in. I can tell you if there's people coming into your energy. Oh God, I got pins and needles, guys. Oh shit. Oh, it's gone right on my legs. Oh shit. Sorry guys, give me a second. Fuck. All right. Thumper. All right. Oh, Lord of mercy. Do you think about your ex from time to time, Ella? Because all of a sudden when I connected to your picture, I just got somebody from my past come back in. I don't know if this is somebody's a thought. I don't know if there's a feeling, something or an emotion attached to something from the past. But I also feel like there is a commitment around you. I do feel like there's a relationship around you. I feel like there's going to be, I think you're going to start out as friends. So the person that you're going to be in a relationship with. Oh, so the ex does come back up. You know you have to forgive yourself, right? I don't need to do a shit, guys. My foot's just sleeping. Sorry. Oh, God. Oh. You know you got... I'm not okay, Ava. I am not okay. I've got pins and needles going right up my thighs. Am I going to have a stroke? Oh. It just feels like you need to forgive yourself. It feels like you need to forgive yourself. Oh, I'm just going to put it on the ball. You need to let go of this thing because the ex just come back. The person just come back. This is the time that you have to clear out your energy of the ex. Now you have to forgive yourself. You've got to let go of something that happened in the past. You know, there's something about being one-sided. I don't know if you felt like in the relationship you felt like you was giving more. It felt like in the relationship in the past with your ex that you felt like you were giving so much and then you got nothing in return, like a thief in the night. I don't know if this is the energy of what your person was feeling, but it just feels like you kind of need to let it go, because you have got to change. There is news coming your way. There is going to be some sort of transformation around you. And for some reason, I feel like whoever you're going to end up with is going to be a good friend first. Usually it's good that way. Like a friend, you build a foundation of a friendship and then it gets better and better and there's more love, more intimacy. You're going to start to miss each other. You're going to be like, it's going to start out like friends. I keep seeing white flowers around you. Now, red roses is usually an anniversary or birthday. But I've got flowers around you, and white flowers is usually like, it's more romantic. I know roses would be, but every time somebody hands me a rose on the other side, it always represents like a celebration, anniversary, a birthday. But white flowers is more romantic. It should be the roses, but it's the other way around for me. All right. There are going to be things there is a relationship coming your way, and it will start out as a friendship first and then you'll become more committed, because I keep seeing exchanging rings. Now, the only way that this energy is going to take longer to get to you is if you're holding on to the thing about the ex. It means you haven't forgiven yourself. It means you haven't moved on. It means that you're holding on to something from the past. How are you going to move forward if you're holding on to something or an emotion that's associated to something in the past? Whether you did wrong or you didn't do wrong, don't associate now with what happened in your past, those emotions. Your body doesn't know the difference between today and yesterday and tomorrow. Your body only knows what the mind tells it. Did you ever think about energy that way? Your body doesn't know the difference between better, bad, ill, yesterday, today, tomorrow. The body doesn't know anything. The body only knows what we tell it. So there's an opportunity and a choice coming your way. I don't know if you're already going to have an opportunity of 2 coming towards you, but I've got the 2 of Swords is always an indication of compromise, trying to make a decision, trying to make a change, needing to cut out negative thoughts, words, situations, and people, needing to find balance and equilibrium, because this is always crossroads, or trying to make a compromise, or again, trying to balance the forces of your life. I am seeing, as I'm connecting to you, you got to detach from those sad emotions that you had. So releasing the ex. You know, you think about all the things that happened in your past, and you learned from it, didn't you? Because there's no point in hurting somebody if you don't learn from it in the end. The 5 of Cups is always an energy of sadness, apathy, unfulfilled, boredom, unexpected gifts. It's like there is going to be a gift at the end of all of this, but you're drowning in your emotions. The 5 of Cups is always a lonely card. It's a sad card. It's like I feel bad about this, that, and the other. Okay, I feel bad. I acknowledge what my responsibilities were. I acknowledge what I did. Now I need to forgive myself and cut this energy out and let go of it. You're going to have what you're asking for. The love, the home, emotional contentment, the love and support that you felt has eluded you. This is like the gold at the end of the rainbow. So you will have that blessing. Have you learned important life lessons? This is what the World card is asking. Because the World card is ending that cycle that you keep focusing on, so you can begin that new one. This is always one cycle. This is the beginning of another one. This is the completion of the goal. This is life lessons learned. This is travel, relocation, and a move. You didn't do anything other than leave. So you haven't done anything. So why do you feel bad? Because you were no longer feeling like there was more in that relationship. You felt bad. You haven't actually done anything wrong. So why, what is it that you're thinking about? So you left a relationship because there was a disconnect. You haven't done anything. You didn't hurt this person. You didn't go out of your way to hurt this person. So what do you need to let go of? Why are you thinking about this person? Why are you holding on to those emotions, those feelings? It creates an energetic block between you. Total disconnected. So you haven't done anything wrong. All you did was follow your heart. All you did was follow what your mind and your body was aligning to, which is, this is not going to get me nowhere. I need to go. I need to move on. I'm sorry if I hurt you. You haven't done exactly anything to hurt this person. You just left. So you don't need to hold on to that. You don't need to hold on to that. You're good. You're good. There is going to be new opportunities around love, mental clarity, new changes. You could meet somebody around work or around travel, because the World card is here. But this is about mental clarity and cutting out things that doesn't serve you anymore. Feeling bad for walking away from my ex. I haven't done anything to my ex, but I felt bad because it felt one-sided, because that's what I heard. It feels like a disconnect. It feels like I was in this relationship on my own. So you're going to have a friendship first before it develops into getting married. The exchange of the rings. Focus on your money, your work, and your career in the meantime. Money looks good here. This is anchoring your reading. Keep working on you. When you work on you and you get to a place where you're not really, it doesn't matter if I have love or not. When you get to that place, when you get to that place of I don't need anything, I'm happy as I am. It's really funny how the universe works. Because when you get to that place of I don't need anybody, I'm okay, that's when the person always shows up. There's you thinking, the thinking woman. Thinking about past energy, needing to let go. Don't need to hold on to something from the past, move on. Let go of the energy. It's an energy still attached to you. And then feminine, going into your divine feminine energy. Yin, yang, nurturing. This is why I said to you at the end of your reading, take care and nurture your business, your money, take care of you. And when you don't need, or you feel like you don't need anything, you don't need anyone because you're satisfied in what you have, then that's when your blessing and when your love comes in. So you can meet somebody around work or around the traveling energy. So yes, there are going to be people out there for you, 100%. Of course there are. Do you know there is more single people in the world than coupled people? Did you know that? That's what my guides told me. There are more single people in the world than people as a couple. There are so many people in the world. This is what my guide showed me. There are more single people in the world than coupled people. There are so many people in the world that are so good for each other, but they never end up meeting each other because nobody ever makes the effort to go out there and meet people. Some people think that the person's just going to land on their lap. Could you imagine? I'm sitting here and this beautiful Viking just lands on my fucking lap. That would be great. Doesn't work that way. Lisa, you're the last one on my list. I'm just going to read 2 people before I get to you. What do I need to know, please? Patty. Angels, guys, loved ones, what does Patty need to know, please? In love and light. Your intuition is on point, Patty. So if you're not listening to your intuition, then you're doing yourself a disservice. You are coming out as the high priestess. The high priestess is the one who can see without seeing. The high priestess is like, yeah, there may be mysteries or secrets around you, but intuitively you can see things. You're supposed to be traveling, relocating and going on a holiday at some point. I feel like if things have been slow, it's going to start to speed up at some point. Definitely going to speed up. And then I've got a new vehicle around you. But the chariot is also about taking action, new beginnings, a new journey, travel and relocation. This is what this represents. The chariot is also not only movement and a new vehicle and taking action. It also represents the balancing of the yin to yang. Yin to yang. Balancing all of those energies. Getting your mojo back. I've got the Queen upside down. Needing to get your mojo back. So the Queen of Wands is beautiful inside and outside. She's inspirational. She's confident. She's self-assured. She's charming. She's courageous. But when she's upside down, she's still all of these things. But she's just drained. She's drained and she's drawn. And she's just like, I can't be fucking bothered. That's the energy around her, Patty. So that's what I'm seeing as I'm connecting to you. Hold your vision. Pay attention to your intuition. It's on point. Any messages for Gemma? Angels, guides, loved ones. What does Gemma need to know? And then I've got Lisa Ferguson. You're the last one on my list. Angels, guides, loved ones. What does Lisa need to know, please? In love and light for... Not Lisa, sorry. Gemma. You need to get out of the mindset of feeling like you don't have enough, you're not enough, you don't get paid enough, you feel like you're doing something for nothing enough, lack mindset, loss, unworthy to some degree. I see a new opportunity for change and travel. I see a clean slate. I see a business owner energy attached to you, expansion, collaboration with 2 or 3 people, but later on. I feel like things will start to shift and change for you in 3 days, weeks, months, or the third of a month. So you have to make sure that you're around people that love and support you. Because this talks about expansion. It talks about business owner. This is like a person looking into the horizon. This is a person waiting for their ships to come in. But then there's a need for you to get rid of the lack mindset. I left out in the cold. I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I feel disconnected from everything and everyone. And I don't know why. It's everything, but it's nothing specific, Gemma. It's that sort of energy. Prosperity lies ahead. Business owner celebration. So things will start to shift and change for you in 3 days, weeks, months, or the third of a month. Lisa Ferguson, you're the last one on my list. Once I'm done with Lisa, I'm going to read for everybody in the room that I have not yet read for. So please be patient with me, guys. I can see everybody that I haven't read for. Lisa, I'll do a general reading for you until I can see you. Hi, hon. Yeah. So I'll do general until I can see your question. What does Lisa need to know, please? I've got a wedding ring around you. Wedding. I don't know whether you're in a relationship or not. I don't know if you're going to renew your vows, if you are in a relationship or you're married. If you're not married, then I've got a wedding around you. So if it's not your wedding, it'll be somebody, I feel like it's you. A higher form of commitment, a relationship, a leveling up of a relationship is what I'm seeing. Because I keep seeing union, marriage, weddings, renewal of the vows to some degree. Oh, honey, I've got a wedding. I've got Cupid around you as well. And every time Cupid comes flocking around me, when I read somebody, I always hear 112 song. You know 112, Cupid. You don't even have to be looking for somebody. Somebody's going to be looking for you. You don't even have to be looking for somebody. You're going out on a date, man. You're going on a date. Because every time I get Cupid, my Cupid that I see around somebody that I'm reading for always has that song attached to them. Cupid 112. Those singers. So I've got Cupid. So you've got a wedding. I've got love around you. Cupid's about to hit a bow in your ass. But I got this feeling about, I don't know if I feel insecurities. When, where, how, questioning the universe, questioning the world. I feel like you need to get ready to be wined and dined. I feel like in your past relationship, there might have been like unrequited love where you feel like you gave so much in the relationship and you got little in return, and this created some sort of insecurity. You can't hold on to those energies. It's bullshit. Because I've got love all around you and Cupid. How long? You can't beat me. And who was the other one in here? 16 years and 14 years. You can't beat us. I win, and so does the other one in here. I can't remember who it was. 16 years that she was single for. It's been a while. But the beautiful girls. So the girls in here have been single for over 10 years. Don't you feel like you know exactly? I'm close. Yeah, you are. So am I. Don't you feel like when you're single for that long, you know exactly what kind of person you're looking for? And you don't just want to settle for any idiot. You want to make sure you're around somebody that matches you energetically. Because when you make love to somebody that has the same sort of mentality, has the same goals, who lifts you up and you lift them up, the sexual energy between you two, it's like you can see God like 1,000 times. You don't even literally just kissing. You know, you have to make sweet love. Because when you know who you are and you know what you want, you ain't settling for just anyone. It has to be magical. 1,000%. 1,000%. It has to be magical. So it's going to be worth the wait, is what I'm hearing. It's worth the wait. Just make sure you let go of the old insecurities. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I always preach about being open to love, receiving love, be love. I'm shit scared of it. I'm always saying to you guys, be open, clean the slate, let go of the old. And I've let go of the old 100%. I am a queen in my own mind, but I'm fucking scared of it. I am fucking scared of love. That's why I always say to you lot, as much as I want a guy, I ain't ready for it. I ain't ready. It's easier to give advice than take it. It really is. It really is. It really is. It's just I'm not gonna lie. That's why I ain't ready. I ain't ready. I am not ready. So even if I'm going, because I can give it to you, because I've seen it. And as a reader, I can't read for myself. I have to have somebody else say that to me who is also a reader. But I've been, sorry girls, I've been married for 43 years, you lucky cow. It better still be good though. It's gotta be good still. So it just feels like, man, Karen, you need to write a book. Karen needs to write a book. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's get on with it. Look, you're ready for love. You got emotions for love. You're a very loving, nurturing, kind person. You're an empath, as I'm connecting to you with Lisa. Why can't readers read for themselves? Because we get in our own way. So like if I was pulling the cards on my own lover, and then my cards are blatantly saying, this guy is not for you, I'll be like, oh, look, he cares about me. Even though love card is upside down. He does care about me. He just doesn't know it. Shut up, you idiot. This is not the way you're not reading it right. So it's like, that's why I don't bother reading for myself. Because it's like, I will tell myself what I want to hear. But with you, I have to tell you exactly what I see. I can't sugarcoat it. I've got to tell you exactly what I see. This is the reason why I have my own reader who's been reading for 40 years. I can't read for myself. But you are a natural empath. You are loving and kind and nurturing, and you're a healing support for everybody. So I wouldn't be surprised, Lisa, if you're always drawing in energy vampires. And then you end the relationship and go, why am I always trapped in the same kind of fucking relationship? And it's because you got healing abilities and it's not your fault. But we've got to learn from our mistakes, yeah? As soon as you see a red flag, as soon as you see the red flag, just be like, I'm sorry, darling, but I can't. Not today. We're not on the same page. Sorry. Don't waste your time and don't waste people's time. Don't waste your own time. Time isn't precious. You're a high priestess. Listen to your gut, your intuition, your soul. The natural empath, who is naturally born with these gifts, which is the high priestess, the one who can see without seeing, and she can emotionally feel. She emotionally feels everything. It just feels like, make sure you're paying attention to that energy. You will have a relationship that's the equal balance of give and take, 1000%. You could meet somebody around work. You could meet somebody around studying. Depends on what it is that you're doing. But you definitely can meet somebody. You will meet somebody. And this person's going to give you exactly what you give. I always say karma and energy is real. So what I put out, I'll get back in. So for me, I as much as I want it, I don't think I'm ready for it. I'm not ready for it. I'm way too comfortable. I've got a vibrator. It's okay. and then look, the Ace of Cups. You definitely got love. Your whole reading is about love. You just need to get more batteries. So the Ace of Cups talks about love, romance, proposal, partnership, a higher form of commitment, a relationship. And then you've got, you lucky cow. Look at that. Look at that. All your cards are fabulous. It's too good. So the Sun card is the best card. It talks about love and health, talks about babies and travel. It talks about success and victory, joyous outcomes. It talks about overcoming any obstacles, all mentally, physically, spiritually, health-wise. And then after what? All that deceit and that lie and that betrayal. Did you think that all of that was for nothing? So just be mindful, because if you're an empath, if you're the empath and you're a natural intuitive and a psychic with these two cards here at the beginning of your reading, you will pick up and you will figure out who are the deceitful ones. You'll pick up who the energy vampires. I pick up. Do you know? Sometimes it's not good when your third eye is open. It's great to some degree. I'll tell you what I can see with my third eye. If I meet someone, it's horrible sometimes. If I meet somebody, whether they're friend, lovers, somebody that I walk on, because remember I told you when I go on the street, I can see always like the guardian angel attached to the person. So if I'm walking in a park, I'm having a fucking field day. Or if I go to Costco's and I'm like, okay, so there's that person. Now how many people are in Costco's? So there's one person, they got a guardian angel attached to them, and then they got 3 loved ones walking with them. It's like dead people everywhere, but they're not dead, they're just everywhere. Now, when I see somebody who's got dark energy, I don't like what I see attached to them. It's horrible. There's like a black thing that follows them. Sometimes I see little black things that look like imps, and imps are like evil energy that walks. And I see these stuff with my eyes. So there was a guy that was talking to me. This was years ago. There was a guy that was talking to me years ago, and he was giving, you know when those men look at you in a way like he wants to take you and take advantage. That's how he was looking at me. And behind him, I see a dark entity. And I'm like, there's a dark entity attached to this person. This person walks in the dark, and you ain't coming near me. Because I knew that this person's got negative energy attached. And these things are real. We have light and dark. No, you trust me, you don't want to see that. It's nightmare. You trust me, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. I've got the temple path. So you need to have a sanctuary in your house, like where you can meditate and go within. Trust me, you don't want to see those things. And then you've got the reflection energy as I'm connecting to you. Memories, observation, yeah? Queen of Cups, and then contemplation. So that is your reading. Yes, guys, I can see and feel those energies. I can see and feel those energies. You can walk into a house and I can already know if there's something dark in there. I can walk into a house and I can be like, someone died in this house. I can walk into a house, okay? I can walk into a house and I can see if somebody did seances in there. I can feel, it's so palpable. I can't breathe, the energies. You guys must have been able to feel this energy when you walk into people's houses. I feel it all the time. Ain't nice. And it ain't nice to see dark energy. It's not nice. It's not good. Not good. Another thing that cracked open my abilities before I get to everybody, because my list is now closed. And that's, yes, somebody just said in here, I feel it. Lisa, you can feel it. That's a superpower. That's heightened intuition. What do you do when you do private readings for a person in the dark? Well, I've been very fortunate because I said to my guides, I only want to work with people that walk in God's white light. That's what I say. I don't want any negative energy attached. I've read for people where somebody was murdered by a member, and I can. So the way that I'm going to read for everybody, guys, give me a second. If I'm reading for a woman, and I have done, and then there's an entity on the other side or a person on the other side that was horrible or evil or molested my client, that person will come forward. There's like a chasm. There's like a chasm that separates that soul from the person that was hurt. And what happens is I can feel, because when I talk to the people on the other side, it's telepathy. It's not words like I'm speaking to you. So I would be like, so I've got a man here and he wants to say sorry. And I don't know what he's saying sorry for. All I know is that he done something that he shouldn't have done. And then what happens is the man over there wants to say sorry and he wants to apologize and he wants to say that he didn't know what he was doing when he was here. And I have to let you know that whatever he did to you has made you the person that you are today. They had some part to play in it. So that part could be fearful, or I've grown and evolved from that experience and I'm going to help other people who went through what I went through. So this is why I say it causes a ripple effect. So be good to everyone you meet. Try, at least try. And then she would say to me, oh no, that's my dad. I don't want to connect to him. And I'll be like, well, he wants to say sorry and he doesn't need you to forgive him, but he understands now what he did to you and the regret, and you can be as angry with him as you want. It's up to you. But he needs to come forward and he wants to apologize. Whether she chooses to take it or not, it's up to her. I've been doing this job for 5 years, 6 years, professionally for 10 private clients. And I have never ever come across a client where I saw something negative. It's usually in people's houses. Sometimes it's a person that's haunted, and wherever that person goes, that energy follows. And people think it's the house, and it's not the house, it's the person. And sometimes people are so powerful that they actually create, what is it called? What is the phenomenon when things are moving? I forget the word. Fuck. I forget the word. Poltergeist activities. It's not caused by an entity. It's caused by the person, because the energy is so low, so deep, so sad, so angry. And it's like, you're creating your own poltergeist, and it will all of a sudden become its own entity. So watch your emotions, people, because you'll manifest shit that you don't want in your life. Watch what you say. D, I'm going to try to read for everybody in the room, and if you want more of that kind of talk, we can talk about it when I'm done. D, listen out for your name, and I'm pinning you up, so if you miss it, it's your fault. I've got a younger masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Could be a lover or a friend. I feel like you've been through some sort of a tower moment where, I don't know if this is recently or recent past, but it feels like you're about to build a foundation. A solid foundation, a more solid structure. I've got passion, intimacy, and creative projects, but I do feel like you need to meditate because I've got the Hermit card upside down. You're manifesting, D. So what are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you putting out into the ether? What are you attracting? Because when you go out of your house, into the physical world, whatever energy you are, you pull whatever you are in. So you want to make sure that you're high vibe, right? High vibe. High vibe. Raise your vibration. What do you want to attract? You are the magi. You are the magician. So what are you manifesting? Your dreams need a practical plan. D, smiley. All right, I'm going to try and read for everybody in the room that I haven't read for. Please be patient with me, guys. I'm going to do this in order as I've received them. I've scrolled up. June reading. Angels, guides, loved ones. What do we need to know around June for AB? June reading, please. Thank you. What do we need to know for AB? I've got travel, 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 travel. Either making plans in June to travel, relocation or holiday, moving out of the rough into something smoother. I've got new beginnings, a clean slate, new opportunities, new everything. And I feel like as I'm connecting to you, I've got a soulmate, a divine counterpart, unexpected gifts and pleasantries coming your way. So it feels like whatever ocean you were in, AB, and if you felt like everything was up and down, it's like it's about to get nice and smooth for you. Energy is gaining momentum and in the right direction. The energy is gaining momentum and it's gaining momentum in the right direction. Delmain, any messages for you? Angels, guides, loved ones. What does Delmain need to know, please? In love and light for Delmain. You need to unload something, someone, a situation, a negative self-defeating belief about yourself, because what you're doing is blocking out karma, good karma, change, travel, relocation, a new vehicle, good luck, a turning point. You're blocking out new beginnings, mental clarity, new challenges, new opportunities. You need to say what you need to say when you need to say it. Queen of Swords, she's logic of mind, she's strategic, and she cuts out all the negative bullshit that she keeps telling herself. So you need to make sure that you're cutting out and releasing any heavy burdens of other people as well as your own. Let it go. A personal issue is going to reach resolution. Once you deal with what you need to deal with and you let go of what you need to let go of, that means clean slate energy. New beginnings, new. This is how we cleanse our energy. This is how we attract instead of chase. We get rid of the old and we attract the new. Any messages or guidance for the week? Angels, guides, loved ones. Any messages or guidance for the week? Please and thank you. Angie. You need to do some soul searching as well. You need to take care of your health. So going to the gym, working out, have a physical outlet, light a candle, make a wish, because you've got abundance, you've got material abundance, you've got wish fulfillment in your energy. I've got a younger masculine around you. If he's not you, it's coming in. Could be a friend, could be a lover, could be somebody that you could be collaborating with, could be a reach out to some degree. And then anchoring your reading is the 8 of Wands. If things have been slow, it's going to start to speed up. And this also talks about plans of traveling, rapid movements, good news, air travel. Talks about air travel. A fiery climax approaches for you. You do have a spot in your home. That's good. That is so good. Howa. Will I move house this year? And any messages for me? Angels, guides, loved ones. Will you move house this year? You are going to move house. I don't know if it's going to be this year. And the reason for that is because you have to, there's going to be an opportunity of 2 places or 2 properties to choose from. And you need to wait for this cash. Because the 8 of Coins is a business owner, money, a proposal. If you move this year, there's going to be a little bit of upheaval to some degree. Or you're going to, it's like something doesn't feel right. Listen to your intuition. You're going to move. I'm not sure if it's going to be this year. It could be at the end of the year. But what I'm seeing is you're going to have a choice of 2 opportunities. And you need to wait for some money. Because there's still money to come in. And if you was to move, you might change the energy of the money situation. Balance spirituality with practicality is your guided message. Neon C. It was my birthday yesterday. I need a general on this year. Angels, guides, loved ones. What do you need to know? I've got fight for what you believe in. Remain on top of your game. Don't change who you are to please somebody else. Make sure you're being your authentic self. Stay away from challenges, obstacles, rivalry, or people that test your patience. Going back and forth about something. I've got a woman around you. She's not here yet. She's coming in later on. Loving and kind and nurturing. Not very good at expressing their emotions just yet, but they need to get to know you. Just again, you could be collaborating with her. It could be a partnership. I do have victory, success, and recognition around you, but I feel like all of this is coming in later on. You're supposed to be a business owner, so happy birthday for yesterday. The Three of Wands is expansion, collaboration, teamwork, a partnership, collaborating with 2 or 3 people, and you're also supposed to be traveling at some point. Plans to travel, traveling, finding a new destination. This is what I'm seeing as I'm connecting to you. Emotions are running high, so make sure you're surrendering to God, universe, divine, because when emotions are running high, sometimes we get it's like we don't pay attention to the good stuff and we get the better of ourselves. Any messages for you, Lauren, and you guys, loved ones? Any messages for Lauren, please and thank you? What does Lauren need to know, please? In love and light, what does Lauren need to know? I've got an older masculine, a younger masculine coming your way. If he's not here yet, he's coming in. You could meet him around work or around study. I've got money, pay rise, promotion, or investment coming your way. I've got security and stability, financial gain, prosperity, solo and luxury pleasures. I've also got at some point later on, you might be partnering up with 1 or 2 people, collaborating around work or creative project. And I'm also seeing travel at some point. And then I've got another masculine here. So I've got a young and an older masculine. Lovers or friends, people that you could be collaborating with, people that's going to offer you a pay rise, people that's going to want to collaborate or partner up with you at some point. But this is the energy attached to you, Lauren, as I'm connecting with you. Believe in the impossible and it will come. So there's also like money, pay rise, some sort of investment in and around the money energy, but it's with you. I think I already read for Delmain. Did I? There is a new beginning, but there's still some sort of a tug of war energy. I don't know if it's other people outside of you trying to cause some sort of conflict or challenge, but you have to make sure that you don't let anyone come into your matrix try and pull you down. You got a lot of fire energy attached to you. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I've got new beginnings, love, emotional contentment, but you need to cut out something that doesn't serve you. Queen of Swords is about logic of mind, speaking her mind, saying what she needs to say when she needs to say it. A time to give rather than take, Delmain. I think I read for you, but I can't remember. Now I have. Ava, anything for you? And you guys, loved ones, anything for you in June? Ava. I feel like your overthinking is going to slow. It's like it's going to calm down. I feel like there's going to be an awakening. I feel like there's new opportunities, a possibility for travel, a clean slate, new adventures, new opportunities, new beginning. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, there's going to be some sort of a wake-up call. You need to balance the ego and the soul. But I feel like I'm seeing wake-up call, clarity, truth, making that final decision, anchoring your reading, blessings upon blessings upon blessings. The Sun card, again, is always a representation of material happiness, joyous outcomes, success, victory, children, grandchildren, depending on your age, a holiday, good health, good in the relationship. Just surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine. When you surrender to the divine, it means you're leaving an opening so that those people up there in heaven is going to help you out with all the things that you need. All you got to do is get out of the way. Can you tell me Elle's intentions and what do I need to know for the week? Marsha, Elle's intentions. You're going to move on from Elle at some point. It ain't love. And you're always going to feel like you have to fight to get this person's attention. Not a soulmate either. The soulmate card is upside down. This is soulmate, divine counterpart, wedding, celebration, reunion. If you're going to this with your eyes wide open, you could have some fun with Elle. But I just feel like Elle is not looking to be in a deep relationship. Now, this person will probably tell you that they are, but then their actions will be completely different from what they're saying. The Chariot is also about moving forward. Forward momentum, taking action, changes, the journey, a new vehicle, travel, relocation, a holiday. And again, anchoring your reading is the Four of Wands upside down. So in terms of this person, I just feel like learn something from this person and then move on. Do I feel like this is your happily ever after kind of a person? I don't. You can learn something value. You have got another love energy, but it's not here yet. It's not here yet. Are you learning from your mistakes? Work through your fears. Are you learning your mistakes? Are you paying attention to the red flags? These are the things that you have to ask yourself. Are you paying attention to the red flags? Something doesn't feel right about this person. Should I move on from this person? Something feels a little bit off. Those are red flags. If you're not listening to that, then you're doing a disservice to yourself. Any messages for you? Ray. And guys, loved ones, what does Ray need to know, please? In love and light for Ray. Make sure that you're surrounded by your soul tribe. You've got abundance in your energy. Abundance, a pregnancy, blessings upon blessings. This is all the queens roll into one empress. The creator, the abundant, fertile one. The one who's got ideas that she wants to give birth to. I do have a new opportunity around money, but it's coming in later on because the Ace of Coins is upside down. I feel like my emotions are a little bit out of whack, or I feel sad or lonely to some degree. I feel like there's a social event or a party that you could go to later on. But I also feel like I have to say to you, Ray, make sure you're around people that love and support you. If you don't have people that love and support you, then you need to be on your own and get some soul searching and introspection. You're very close to achieving your goals. I do feel like you've got money and a pay rise. I do feel like there's an opportunity around money and finances around you, but I feel like it's coming later on. Charlene, Angels, Guides, Loved Ones, what does Charlene need to know, please? In love and light for Charlene. Justice will be served in an unjust situation. Wow, let me just show you your cards, Charlene. A renewed sense of hope, clarity, miracle coming your way. Light a candle, make a wish. Make sure you're in alignment when you're making your wish. Soul searching. These are all major arcana cards, by the way. It's fate and destiny, whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. The Hermit card, going within for that soul searching, introspection, spiritual learning. Justice will be served in an unjust situation. Marriage, a new house, a new car, a new job, all of the above. The Justice card is always a representation of cause and effect, win-win situation, the signing of the contract, money, security, stability. And then you've got the Nine of Coins. You being on your own and self-sufficient, taking care of yourself and everybody. But this is about solo and luxury pleasures. You need to go and spoil yourself. You need to go out and have some fun. You need to let your hair down. You need to go out and have some fun. Confidence is key to success, Charlene. Confidence is key to success. Give me 1 second, guys. Time and trends. What does time and trends need to know, please? Angels, guides. Whoa. Are you all right? The cards only jump out like that when somebody is feeling like that. What does time and trends need to know, please? In love and light. I feel like I'm slightly trapped in my head. I feel like I'm getting better, but I still live in my brain. Because this is about conflict, challenges, obstacle, rivalry, sports play. Now, when you're in this energy, you can create some sort of a block. I don't see it with you, time and trends. I've got the Queen of Cups. She's very intuitive, very empathic, loving, tolerant, kind, supportive. She's romantic. But there's something in the brain that is a battle between the brain and the heart. Now, I've got new beginnings around you, time and trends. Ace of Cups is love, high form of commitment, a leveling up of a relationship. And I've got travel, new adventures, new beginnings, new opportunities. But there's something in the mind that's creating some sort of a block to all of these blessings, because all of these cards are good. The only thing that I don't like about these cards is that is the Five of Swords. And then I've got to communicate clearly. Say what you need to say when you need to say it. So you have got a new beginning. You have got clean slate energy attached to you. But how are you going to get the clean slate if you're too busy focusing on, again, the old? Remember, guys, when something or someone leaves your life, it means the universe is clearing out your energy for something new to fill the empty space. When something goes, something new enters in. Bonnie. And guys, loved ones, what does Bonnie need to know? I've got balance, 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 balance. And this is not something that you're going to need to have. This is balance that's already lingering in your energy. All you got to do is pull it in. So it feels like harmony, completion, filling up your own cup, finding some sort of healing, taking care of you as well as everybody else. And then I've got the money thing. So everything you put out, especially money, time, love and energy is coming back to you. So the equal balance of give and take. And it's like there is all of this. All you got to do is just pull it in, because anchoring your reading is a 10 of wands. So it's like everything that is of balance and of healing is floating above your aura or your orbit, and it's trying to get in. And the only way that this is still left outside of your aura or your orbit is because you're still carrying heavy burdens of everybody else as well as your own. So you need to let go, lighten up your baggage, lighten up your load. Yeah. Lighten up your load and your baggage. It's time to release negativity. It could be a thought. It could be a feeling. It could be a self-defeating belief about yourself. It could be you focusing on something that happened yesterday. It could be you thinking about one person that hurt you. You keep focusing on that energy. Whatever it is that you feel is low vibe, you need to let it go and surrender it. Because whatever you're asking for is in your orbit. It's just piercing through your aura. Have you asked your daughter this question, baddie? Baddie, have you asked your daughter this question? Have you asked your daughter this question? Ask your daughter, does it feel good? Does it feel bad? Do you feel uncomfortable being in the house on your own? Smiley, I did do a reading for you already. I already pinned you up, Smiley, and I did do a reading for you, honey. Guys. Time and Trends, I just done a reading for you. Did you ask me a question? I've got to still read for Belina and Tracker. Have you asked your daughter this question? Because if your daughter is able to see, did not get my message, phone went off. Guys, I can't do a repeat. Because I will try and post the live. I really will. Are you still in here, baddie? Irene, are you still in here? Yeah, you should always record it. Always. Because I don't know if it's going to download. I don't know. Is Baddie still in here? I don't know. Thank you, honey. I will. All right. I'm going to put Baddie on my list. Because she's asking me about something and I don't know if she's in here. Okay, Belina. All right. You're going to have to wait then, Time and Trains, because I did read for you. Oh, Baddie, you're there. Okay. Have you asked your daughter? I will read for you, Time and Trains, but you're going to have to wait because I have to read for everybody that I have not yet read for. You think you're being filtered. So you asked me something about your daughter. Now, sorry, Belina, be patient with me, guys. I hope everyone can hear me, because I did read for Smiley. I feel like maybe people are not hearing their reading, and I don't know if it's my phone. So you've, okay. Will the spirit that's taking the money around the house ever leave? It drains us when we think of it. Okay, can you? It's not my phone. Okay, good. Have you spoken, Sylvia? Just have to make sure I'm writing everyone I haven't read for yet. Have you spoken to your daughter about it? So if you're telling me that you believe there's an entity in your house that drains you, and you want to find out if it's your mum or something else, this is how you know if it's our loved ones. Don't drain us. Okay, I want you to know this now. Our loved ones on the other side doesn't come into our energy and drain us. The only time our loved ones, and they don't drain us, I'm sorry, I don't feel that, but the only time that our loved ones get frustrated is when you're not paying attention to the signs, symbols, synchronicities, and then the energy starts to feel off. So these are the things that I can talk about after I've done a reading for everybody, if you want that, and tell you what I go through, what I learn, how I educate myself. So have you asked your daughter? Because if it's draining you, the first thing you need to do is have a high-pitched tone, because entities that are negative don't like high-pitched tones. So things like the singing bowl. Give me 1 second. You don't even need a singing bowl. You can go on YouTube and then you can put HZ frequencies, you know, high frequency tones. Have you tried burning sage? Dragon blood sage usually gets rid of dark energy. Sage does it as well. But have you tried using dragon blood sage? No dragons were harmed in the making of dragon blood sage, by the way. Have you tried doing cleaning, sweeping? Have you tried getting salt and putting it? So before you put salt, because salt seals the house. So what you do is you cleanse the space, burn your sage, say a prayer, call Angel Michael. There is a prayer that you can get on, if the entity feels negative, there's a prayer that you can get on online, and it's not Saint Michael. Saint Michael, Archangel, defend us in battle, be our protector against the malice and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And O do you, O Prince Heavenly Host, by divine power thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl upon the world, seeking the ruin of the souls. Amen. You can find that prayer, memorize it, and say that while you're burning sage. When you're burning sage, make sure all the windows, do it under the bed, because negative entities like to hide in the dark, in the basement, likes to hide in the attic, any corner under the bed, any corner in the room. So you have to sage all the space and say the white light prayer, and visualization is really important. The singing bowl, putting crystals. Once you seal the space with the prayer and you visualize the white light, what you do is you get some salt, and then you put it outside of your property, all around your house. You get salt, you put it on the windows. You get black crystals and you put it on the windows. This seals the house. And then you get tar water. Tar water is a mix of, I can't remember what it is. I got it in my living room. But did you seal it in the house, or did you sage? Okay, some people do it wrong. So what people do is they don't cleanse the space, but they seal the house with salt. So what do you think you've done? You've left and you sealed this energy in your house and not outside of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is your child afraid? Is she scared of it? Does it feel male? So Sorry, guys. Be patient with me. Is it male? Does it feel like a male entity? A male presence? I can feel my energies draining. I just feel like, all right, it's really hard. And the other thing is, how is your energy? Are you angry? Are you sad? Do you feel bad? Is your daughter angry, sad, depressed? Are you grieving? Do you have anxiety? Do you feel that you and your daughter are putting all of these emotions in your house? Because obviously energy works on that. What's going on here? So I do feel like you need to do a better cleanse of the house. I don't see anything negative. I feel like it's a very masculine energy to some degree. Because I don't feel like I feel like your mother watches over and protects you guys, but there's something going on emotionally with either you and or your daughter, and then you're conjuring up this energy which is attracting things that you don't need to be in the house. Do you remember I said to you earlier, poltergeist? I'm angry, we are upset, and it's taking money that we are about to use. So it's playing. Anger fuels evil energy. Evil energy loves anger and depression and sadness and worries. I've got victory around you. You can clear it out. You can clear it out. But you need to do, I don't know how you cleansed or saged your space. So whatever cleansing you did, when you put salt around the house, you should have cleansed it, saged, said a prayer, cleaning of the house, open up all the windows with the sage, burning incense, Palo Santo wood, rose petals, jasmine, like jasmine leaves, burning rosemary, all of these, anything comes from Mother Earth, opening up the windows, clearing it out, letting all the energy out, and then seal the house. Some people seal it in the house with them. Nothing is yet set in stone. You can get rid of it. It's nothing evil, dark, or untowards. It's very... They're trying... It's like this energy is trying to rile you up. And it seems to be fueling exactly what they need from you. So let me just let you know now. Negative entity energies fuel... Oh, you will get rid of it. Without a doubt. Negative entities fuel on anger, grief, sadness, depression, anxiety. This fuels evil energy. This is why I say to you, raise your vibration to heaven. Berlina. Shall I talk about this later on? I've still got a couple of people to read. Do you want me to stay on here and talk about it? And guys, loved ones, what does Berlina need to know? Please, in love and light. I will stay here and talk about it, guys. I've got wish fulfillment. I've got blessings around you. I've got a renewed sense of hope, clarity, miracles. I've got love, intimacy, a leveling up of a relationship. I feel a bit disconnected or left out in the cold or worrying about money or finances. But I don't feel like this energy is going to stay here long because I've got a renewed sense of hope, clarity, miracles. I've got the 7 of Wands, which means fight for what you believe in. Remain on top of your game. Focus on all the positives. Focus on the things that you do want instead of things that you don't want. It's like, don't let people come into your energy, Berlina, and change your energy frequency, because you're going to affect and you're going to disconnect from that wish fulfillment and a renewed sense of hope and clarity and a miracle around you. A tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Tracker. Anybody that talks about finances is you're chasing, you're not attracting. Will my finances get better soon? Anything that I need to work on to get it better? Yeah, stop chasing it. Stop chasing money. Just let the chips fall where they may. If you're chasing money, you're not attracting it. It's the runner and chaser dynamic. Money will only stay in your energy if you welcome it. But if you get money and you're like, yes, I've got money to pay my bills, and then all of a sudden it's not even end of the month yet, and you're already stressing out about money, money comes into your matrix, and money's going to be like, I don't need to stay here because this person's always focusing on debts and bills. You're not chasing, you're not attracting, you're chasing it. Will your finances get better? You got to get over this. You got to get over it. I've got the Ten of Swords. It's like you're dwindling in the energy of not having enough, not having enough to pay this, that. Your talk is emotionally disconnected from abundance. I feel like my emotions, I'm drowning in my emotions because of my finances. But then anchoring your reading, you've got the balance. You've got balancing. You've got an opportunity to choose between two coins, because the Two of Coins is juggling two jobs, an opportunity of another job, finding balance and equilibrium, the need to just be like mindful about your energy and the words that you speak. I do feel like you've got money coming your way, but I feel like there's a delay to it. Until you can look at your situation from another perspective, even though times might seem tumultuous and hard, aren't you always okay? Because the universe always intervenes. Look at that. Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to who? Angels, guides, loved ones. Irene, are you here? Irene, are you here? Reno. If not, I'm going to go for Sylvia. I've got Sylvia. I've got Isabella. I've got Neil. Time and Trends. Irene, I don't know if you're in here, sweetheart. Congratulations. Best card in the deck. Something to look forward to. Children, grandchildren, love, intimacy, good health, travel and relocation, holiday, balance, harmony and moderation. Patience is key. I feel like after everything that's happened in your life, I feel like things are about to shift and change in your favor. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, everything you put out is going to come back to you, Irene. I also feel like as I'm connecting to you as well, things will start to shift and change in your favor. 6 days, weeks, months, or the 6th of a month is where things are going to have victory in your energy. I've got be bold and make the first move, Irene. Don't hold back. Just make moves. Keep going. Keep going. Sylvia. Those guys, loved ones, what does Sylvia need to know, please? I've got Sylvia. I've got Neil, Isabella, Time and Trends. Yeah, Jocelyn, I saw you when you came in. It's already 9:30. Yeah, I go on for a while. I do go on for a while. Sylvia, angels, guides, loved ones, what does Sylvia need to know, please, in love and light? Sylvia, I need you to go and find a place of peace, peaceful energy. I've got an older masculine around you that might feel a little bit out of alignment, and it might be affecting your energy. It could be a lover or a friend. I do feel like at some point you're supposed to be traveling or getting a new car. I am feeling like you need to balance yin yang energy, yin to yang energy. I feel like there should be equilibrium. There's a need for you to take action. No more procrastinating. If there's something that you want to do, then you need to do it. But I do feel like as I'm connecting to you, I feel drained, Sylvia. I've got the Empress. You're the Empress, the love, the mother, the carer, taking care of everybody. But you need to start taking care of yourself, because this is an abundant woman. This is a woman that will attract abundance, a pregnancy, grandchildren, children, depending on your age. This is a pregnant with idea woman. But I feel like there might be somebody in your matrix, Sylvia, that might be draining you to some degree, and you might need to take a break. Bring love, more love into the situation. Love can heal all wounds. Love heals all wounds, Sylvia. Isabella, angels, guides, loved ones. Sorry, Neil, and then Isabella, and then Time and Trends. Neil. Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Neil need to know, please? In love and light for Neil. What did you say? Why are you always asking if people are your soulmates or you've known each other in a past life? You always ask the same question. Do Abdullah and Sertan have a past life connection? And do they have karma in this life? I don't think they have a past life connection, but I do feel like they've come together in this lifetime to do some sort of healing with each other. It's like they have they have a similar energy to each other, where on some level they could each heal each other to some degree. And do they have karma in this life? I don't think so. I don't think so. Sometimes souls come into our lives are brand new. Sometimes a brand new soul that comes into our life, we've had an experience and they've had an experience in their past life. And because we're educated in something that we've been through in a past life and that person's going through it in this life, we can heal that person by the conversations that we have with them, by the experiences that we've experienced. Does that make sense? So in my past life, I've gone through a stabbing. In this lifetime, you've been stabbed. And then I talk to you about how to heal from that, how to get rid of the trauma. So it's something like that. It doesn't have to be so dramatic, but I was just looking at my scar and I'm like, yeah, knife in the chest. So it doesn't have to be so dramatic, but I don't think they have some sort of karma together. No, I feel like on some level they might upset each other mentally. Like they'll trigger each other to some degree. They'll wind each other up. Time to take action. So they will help each other on some level. Isabella. That is true. Yeah. So they will be together because they wind each other up. They trigger each other on some level. They are here to trigger each other to heal. So one of them is going to heal the other. It's one or the other. Somebody's gained experience from a past life that the other person is going through in this life. And that's why the universe or them two have agreed, or a soul contract, to meet each other in this lifetime. But I don't see any karma attached to them two. They just have some sort of an agreement in this lifetime. Anything I need to know, Isabella? I've got a child in your energy. I've got good news. I've got... I feel like you still need to be careful of what your words are. God, universe, whatever you believe in, they don't just hear your voice, they hear your thoughts. So you can't hide from the other side. So if you're looking at someone, you're like, you're a bit of a cunt, aren't you? The universe can hear your words. It's like if you're thinking about, like, you know, a parent who was like really fucking shit and they were like, you're an arsehole. It was like, you know, you're a bastard when you were alive. They're going to be there going, oh God, I really wasn't. They can hear you. Yeah. So watch your mouth, Isabella. Watch what you say, because they can still hear you on the other side. I feel like I'm seeing you're slowly but surely clearing out the energy of sadness or apathy. You are picking up your vibrational energy, but I also feel at some point it's very weird with you. It feels up and down. It feels like I'm up and then I feel down. I feel up and then I feel down. But ultimately the energy looks good. Fire, creative energy, passionate energy, inspiration, a creative project, volunteer work. This is what I'm seeing around you. The energy ultimately does look good around you as I'm connecting to you, Isabella. But just remember, cut out negative thoughts, words, situations, and people. We have to spend our lifetime doing this. And then the children. So I did say there's something about a child around you, and it feels good, and it feels like there's good news, clarity, and enlightenment, and an awakening. I've got amusement, youth, and playful. Playful in the energy. God always says to me to tell my brothers and sisters down here, be playful, be childlike, have some fun, let your hair down, don't take life too seriously, because when you do, it means all the seriousness is going to attach itself to you. Time and trends, angels, guides, loved ones. Here we go. You have to make a choice about something. When I read for you earlier, the cards just went everywhere. Are you here, time and trends? Because I read for you earlier and your phone got cut off. I always have a recording device. I don't know how else this is going to happen. Okay. The energy when I was reading for you earlier is I just feel like the energy is all over the place. I don't feel grounded. I feel impatient. I'm waiting for money. And it's like there's some imbalance here. There's supposed to be good things in your energy, but it's all later on. An opportunity of love, a choice, but it's upside down. Travel and relocation, taking a leap of faith, it's upside down. Money and hard work is going to pay off, but it's upside down. And then anchoring your reading, the Page of Wands, inspiration, creative projects, but it's upside down. The energy feels a bit up and down. You need to find some sort of balance. There needs to be balance. You're going to have, you should be traveling. You should have a love. There should be a leveling up of love. You should have money. Everything that you planted is going to come to fruition. And then I've got the Page of Wands, which represents, you know, you're waiting for good news. You're waiting for love. You're waiting for inspiration. But for some reason, my energy is going up and down. Walk away from something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. Sue. Sue. We need help. We need help with my husband's business. Any messages for this? And you guys, loved ones, Sue. Husband, business. I'm not worried about it. Anchoring your reading, money. Okay. There's a woman, mother energy, mothering energy, that's going to assist and help your husband. Your husband's business is going to be okay. It might feel tumultuous right now, but gathering up of this tumultuous energy between you and your husband and everybody else is involved is only going to create more energy of tumultuous, even though there is nothing to be afraid of. The Five of Cups, drowning both of you in your emotions, fearful, worrying, stressing out about things that is out of your control, or you feel like you're not going to get anywhere. I beg to differ. Okay. Empress is mothering, it's nurturing, and it's very abundant. The fruits of your labor will pay off. And then I've got the Wheel of Fortune, good karma, a turning point, a destination point. Like you're in the middle of a destination point. You're being tested. You and your husband are being tested in energy. So if you believe in God, all those people that tell me they didn't believe in God, is it? You believe in God, yeah? So why don't you trust in him then? Why are you stressing out about it? Why are you worrying about it then? Don't get it. Why are you doing that? Makes no sense to me. And then anchoring your reading around your husband's business, the Nine of Coins. Self-sufficiency, financial gain, solo and luxury pleasures. I don't know what else to tell you. If you feel like you need to take a step back from the business so you can enjoy your lives, do that. If you feel you got the energy to stay in the business and are hopeful that things are going to pick up, do that. But remember this, free will. Whatever choice you make today is going to affect all of your tomorrows. So make sure it feels good. Whatever choice or decision you make sure it feels really good. First of all, that's black and white. That's yin and yang. Second of all, that's chariot. That's horse. Take action. Stop procrastinating. What do you want to do? Maybe you and your husband need to take a break from the whole business. And then when you're having a break and you're more calm and you're on the beach and you're relaxing, you're going to look at the situation from another point of view and another person. You know what? This is what we should be doing, honey. We need to live life. Sell off the business and let's have a break. Or maybe you might go on a break and then you might be like, oh, let's tweak the business a little bit. We can add this, we can add that, we can put this in it, we can put it. You never know. But when you have some time out and you take a break from life, you'll start to get clarity. That's the beauty of, see, I love people in Spain because the Spanish people, they have a siesta. It's like they close up shop like 2 o'clock in the afternoon just for a fucking siesta. It's like, you know what, life is too short. Let's go and have some fun. And that's what we should do here in England. We don't do that. We work until we die and we work until we have arthritis in our legs. And then, you know, you can't enjoy your money because you can't fucking walk. You can't see properly because you've been fucking, you know, you're fucking too busy typing on the screen all fucking year round. So you got to enjoy life. If business is too hard and it's taking its toll on your health, If Jen, go, my God, go. Life, this is what I'm saying. People in Spain, they know what the hell they're doing, man. You see people, when I went to Spain, I saw old age pensioners. I couldn't even fucking walk up these cliffs. Every fucking place in Spain is uphill. And I did a video and I was like, why is all the fucking roads uphill? Everywhere we go is uphill. And then I see like a 90-year-old man walking his dog and he's fucking walking faster than me. And I'm like, these people know about siesta, man. Having fun, not taking life so seriously. They close up shop around 1 or 2 because they're going to have a, you know what, let's close up shop. We need to go and have some sangria. Yeah, you're damn straight, man. That's how you live life. Live life, nurture your body, nurture your brain, nurture your emotions. 1111. 1111, angels, guides, loved ones. After 1111, I'm going to talk about whatever you need me to talk about. Whatever you need me to talk. Oh, no angels just got here. 1111, angels, guides, loved ones. What does 1111 need to know, please? In love and light. You're going to get the respect and recognition that you deserve. I've got an older masculine coming your way. I've got expansion, travel and relocation. I've got travel, teamwork, collaboration, partnering up. And I've also got commerce. So you're supposed to be selling some goods. You need to walk away from something or someone that doesn't emotionally fulfill you anymore, because I feel like you are giving birth to ideas, planting seeds, 1111. And I don't know whether you're in a relationship or not, 1111, but I've got the Emperor and the Empress here, and these two are lovers. Like, you could meet somebody around work, collaboration, you might be going on a holiday, but as I'm connecting to you, I've got the Empress and the Emperor. You are both 1111, 11, the pillars, 11, divine masculine, 11, divine feminine, and you're holding your shit together. So whatever you're doing, you're going to attract somebody that matches your energy. This is what I'm seeing with you, 1111, yeah? Pregnant with ideas, an actual pregnancy. New beginnings. New beginnings, a birth of a child. This is the Empress and pregnant woman. The birthing of a child, if it's not you, it's in the family. The birthing of ideas that you want to give birth to, new ideas, rejuvenation, emerging. So whatever you're doing is going to create some sort of abundant relationship, attracting an abundant relationship and the birthing of either an idea or a child. Okay, no angel is the last one, and then I'm going to talk to you about whatever you want to ask me, anything, whatever you want. Will Derek and I have a relationship? Those guys, loved ones. Will Derek and you have a relationship? I don't think so. You're not going to be sure about him. Oh, hell no. And I got the Three of Swords anchoring this question. It's like heartache, heartbreak. The Three of Swords is always a loss, depression, anxiety, healing from insecurities of the past. Something feels, and he feels narcissistic and a bit egotistical. You're going to figure it out, and you're not going to be sure about him. You do have another older masculine coming your way, but I just think he's not here yet, because the Sun card is a yes, whether it's this way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, whatever way it is, it's still a yes card. But in terms of Derek, you're not going to be sure about him. So if you choose to stay in a relationship with Derek and you'll feel out his energy, you're going to be like, ooh, there's something about you I don't like. It's either the way he's going to talk, the way he acts to some degree. You're going to see a red flag, and then you're going to be like, yeah, no. And then I've got third party, community. Somebody that likes to be seen. And there's 3 women here. Somebody that likes recognition. Somebody that thinks they're all that. Somebody could be narcissistic and egotistical. I don't like it. So if this is the energy of Derek that you haven't yet seen, you will see this energy at some point. I'm just letting you know now. Alicia. Angels, guides. I think you're a subscriber. Alicia 44 44 444. I asked before I got myself into anything. I always think that we need to meet people in our lives, whether they're of dark or light, to have an experience, to learn something important. If it feels really negative or something doesn't feel right, then you don't need to go for it. You'll know when something is right or something isn't wrong. There's always going to be a red flag. Like, how many times do I have to tell my brother with all the women that he's dating? I'm like, no. My brother would show me a picture of the women that he's dating, because he's like, I think he's on Tinder, guys. So if anyone's looking for my brother, get your ass on there. Who knows, you might be my next sister-in-law. So if anyone's on dating, my brother's on, I'm going to ask him where he is. Where are you on again? Are you on Tinder? I can't remember. I can't remember where he is. So if anyone's interested in dating, go on Tinder and find Lewis or John. That's my brother. You know what he looks like. You might end up marrying into my family. I'll give you 3 readings. Alicia, are you in here? Everyone's like, me. Does he like a Caribbean woman? He loves all women of all walks of life. Are you kidding me? He likes them big. He likes them small. He likes them medium. Big boobs, no boobs, all boobs, no boobs, whatever. Big ass, small asses. He doesn't care. He loves all women, and that is just the bottom line. He don't care what your color skin is, don't care what religion you are. He doesn't give a crap if you're big or small. He doesn't care if you're fat or skinny. My brother is a man's man. You know, there's some men out there like, oh no, I like her petite and small with big boob. My brother's like, a woman's a woman, yeah? Just give it to me. And I'm like, good for you, bro. Exactly like my dad. All right, Alicia, I don't know if you're in here, girl. I'm half Dutch Indonesian. He'll be right up there, girls. He'll be right up there. Alicia, I've got money around you. You need to rest, recover, recuperate, and find peace of mind and solitude. You might be over, and go and follow him, guys. Sorry, go and follow him on Instagram. I think he's like Johnny London or John London. I posted it up on TikTok. I've done a screenshot. Go and follow him on there. Go and chat him up and see what happens. I've got new beginnings with you, Alicia. New job, new opportunity, mental clarity, new challenges. Cut out negative thoughts, words, situations, and people. Collaboration with 2 or 3 people. Partnership. You're going to be signing a contract, honey. Alicia 44. You're going to be signing a contract. So I've got a new contract. If it's not a marriage, it's a new house, a new car, a new job, or a new home. Let's see your guided message. Alicia 44. Oh, and you got a man coming in with a coin. There's a man with money coming your way. So you might have a pay rise, a promotion, or investment, or something that's somebody that you could be collaborating with. And usually when a man has a coin, this is somebody who wants something long lasting, something a bit more tangible, something more stretched out. Something a bit more stretched out, I say. Nicole, are you here, Nicole? All right, after Nicole, I think I'm done. And then I can talk about entities and how I see them. And I can let you know what they are as well. Nicole, and guys, loved ones, what does Nicole need to know, please? In love and light for Nicole. I saw you join the live, Nicole, and I know you're a member subscriber, but I can't see your question. You're supposed to be traveling, relocating, or going on a holiday. You got a lot. Your energy is very good. I've got an older masculine around you. You could meet him around work or around study. Could be a lover or a friend. And he likes old women. Sorry, Nicole. He put it this way. I need to interview my brother. He's such an idiot. I'm going to talk to you in a minute. Let me just finish Nicole first. I've got to tell you about him. He's so funny. Oh, okay. So, Nicole, moving out of rough waters into smoother waters, travel and relocation, emotional contentment, happy family, and older masculine. If he's not here yet, he's coming in. You need to do some soul searching and go within for that personal quest for truth and clarity. I feel like your energy looks fabulous, honey, but I just feel like there's something that you need to move on from. Now, it could be a thought, a feeling, a negative emotion, somebody from the past, moving on, yes? And then you've got a caring connection coming your way. If you're single, you've got a relationship coming towards you, or a leveling up or more intimacy of the current relationship that you're in. I think I'm done. So, all right, before I talk about entities, let me talk about my brother. He's an entity all on his own. So, I have an older brother, my big brother Ronan, but he's Muslim. So he's very proper and he's very sweet, and he's the sweetest out of me and Donna and Ronan and John. Ronan is the sweetest one of all. He's just the sweetest, kindest man, my older brother, that you'll ever meet. And he's so proper and sweet. And I think obviously his religion's got a part to play in it. So, and then you got, and he's a Libra. And then you got my Aries, my little brother, who is like a typical Brazilian little bitch. Aries, on fire, always dramatic, always has a fucking story to tell. And I'm like, bro, man, you need to write a book, because the shit that you told me is so fucking funny. It's insane. So then you got my, then there's my sister who's a Pisces, and she's like fucking all over the fucking place, and she's all emotional. My mum gave birth to all of the signs. So an earth sign, water sign, air sign, and a fire sign. She's lucky. She got the best of all worlds. So anyway, you got my little brother. He's taken my father's name, which is Lewis, but at home here we call him John. Please go and follow him. Go and follow him on Instagram. So he goes to me, he starts telling me about his sexual escapades, because he can't talk to my brother about it, because my brother is so religious that talking about sexual things, he's like, bro, man, I think it's really funny that you're talking about this, but it's really uncomfortable, like, talking about that, because obviously he's been married to his woman for like 30 years. And he's like, he'll come up to me, he'll show me all of these women that he's on a date with, because bearing in mind, guys, my little brother is 42 years old. He's got 2 sons. He's been married for 20 years. And then after the divorce, it was like, that was it. The dragon is set free, let loose. He wants to be Luben from Along Came Polly, with the long hair before, on a boat with his dog, artistic, and just shag as many women as he can. He's not looking to settle down, because he was married for 20 years and he was with this woman for 20 years raising his children, and he never ever looked anywhere else, which I'm quite surprised about, because like, he is Brazilian hot-blooded, but he never ever went anywhere else, because he was always at home with his missus, like painting and like, you know, creating little figurines. He was like, I never cheated on her, I was always with my boys, I was always at home, and I'm like, good for you. So after he was released from what he called a prison, he all of a sudden is free as a bird. So he's going on these dating websites, and the story this boy tells me, I can't. I'm like, how, aren't you tired? Are you not tired? And my brother's a love bug, so he just loves everyone, and he loves everything, and he loves everyone, and he'll be in a relationship for 3 minutes, and then he's in love with her, and I'm like, can't you just stop fucking loving everyone and just maybe love yourself? It's like, stop telling people that you love them. So then this is like, after 3 years of separating and being free as a bird, he starts showing me all of these chicks, yeah, from I think it's what is it? It's what dating? Match.com, because I think you're like, you get specific. So he's on there, and then he's on the other one that I said. So go and find him. And he's like, man, I was with this woman, man, and I went to her house and she's got a fucking haunted basement. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I went down to a basement. She's got 2 kids and she's lovely. And he ended up being with her for like 2-3 months, like a couple of years back. And he's like, I went to her house, man. She's got fucking. I was like, you need to bring some sage, bruv, because you're a wizard, and you're gonna end up attracting this person to come back, this energy to come back to the house. So he'd tell me all of these experiences, and then he came to me the other day, and he showed me 3 chicks, that he's currently like dating because he's playing in the field. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about her. I feel like, you could maybe get a little bit bored. I feel like energy about her. She seems lovely, but I don't think that she's your person. And then he'll show me another one, and then he'll tell me all this intensity about this, the world, the universe is trying to torture me. This is my partner. I could fall in love with her. She likes the same bike as I do. She listens to a same song that nobody ever talks about. And I'm like, here we go again. Are you going to marry her, are you? Are you going to tell her you love her as well, yeah? And he would laugh. And then he would also tell me, he's like, at the moment I'm dating this woman. I was like, yeah? What's new about this one? Well, she's like 58. Okay. Lucky girl, man. Good for you, chick. If you can pull a 43-year-old that looks like my brother, good for you. And then he was like, so she's 58. Okay. Yeah. And she's got this thing that helps her to move. And I'm like, bruv, you're talking about this chick like she's got mobility problems. And he's like, well, she does. So I'm envisioning this woman, 58, who's got problems with her muscles, and she's got a fucking walking stick, or she's got one of them, those little walkie thingies. And I was taking the piss out of him, but I saw it in my vision. I saw a woman holding, like, the 80-year-old, what the 80-year-olds hold, a little bar when they're walking, and the little walking stick, right? Yeah, no, she's 58. So I'm like, okay, she sounds like a keeper. Maybe you should marry her. Tell her that you love her. And he was like, so I'm dating her and I'm going to go and see her tomorrow. And I was like, okay. He comes home the next day and he's got a video, and he was like, look, Anna, look at this. And he shows me a video. The girl doesn't have a cane or a walk. She's got a fucking old people scooter. A scooter. The ones where the old people go on because they don't have any mobility. And then he tells me, I think she might have had a stroke. And then, like, the right side of her, the left side or right side doesn't work. So the only way that she can get around is on a scooter. I mean, this is what I said to you girls. You're like, would he date somebody from this country? I'm a little bit big or fat. I've got no boobs. He will date everyone. He will date everyone. I mean, this woman is nearly 60. She's like fucking 58 years old, and he's got a dated her. And then he was like showing himself on a scooter, and he's riding on a fucking scooter. And I'm like, dude, I was taking the piss. Are you fucking telling me that is your bird's scooter? And he's like, yeah. He will date everyone and anyone because he's been married for 20 years and he was locked into that relationship and tried to be the best. He loves older women. He really does. I feel like he's intimidated by the younger ones, and he always says that older women know and more experience anyway. And I'm like, okay, but you should at least date somebody who can fucking walk, or at least get on their knees and then be able to get up afterwards. And he's like, yeah, but she's really lovely. She's really nice. So he must have dated her for about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days, maybe a week. And then they fall in love with him. And then he would be like, I think I just need to spend some time on my own at the moment. And I go, stop love bombing these women. And he goes, I'm not. He goes, I want them to know that they have an opportunity to date, a man like me. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, no, but I let them know that they're beautiful and that they can still attract, Fabio. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. But he's like, he's like, I'm fueling them with energy. I'm letting these women know that they're beautiful and that they should never change. And every time my brother goes out on a date, he's like, the woman will be like, I'll meet you in the middle somewhere. And he's like, no, I'm not going to meet you somewhere in the middle. I'll come to you. Has anyone ever seen that episode of Friends when Ross was always dating somebody who lived really, really far away? He keeps dating these women that are like 5 hours, 4 hours away. And I'm like, why don't you date somebody closer to home? It's like that. And he's like, I can't he goes, I'm getting really tired now and I'm spending so much money and I'm always broke. And I was like, stop fucking dating. Just have some fun. Don't take it so serious. So when he started telling me about this fucking 68-year-old woman, when he started telling me about this 58-year-old woman who I didn't realize had mobility problems to the point that she's got a fucking scooter, I was like, okay, this is just crazy. The stories that he tells me, one woman haunted, like a haunted basement. The other one is a woman who had mobility problems and I was taking the piss out of her. And it turns out she literally has fucking mobility problems. And I didn't mean to take the piss out of her. I was taking the piss out of him. And I was like, well, she got mobility problems, yeah? She can't walk properly, can she? And then he's like, yeah, she's got a scooter. And I'm like, oh, God. It's insane. And then he would get into another relationship with another woman who is a fighter, an NSA or NFA fighter. And he's like, I'm a little bit scared of her because when we make love, she's like, come here. And he's like, help me. And he would be like, she would go for like, we're on round 9. Yeah, round 9. And then I'm like, Anna, I have to go into the garden and I have to roll my joint, roll a spliff. And then she's like, are you ready? Round 10. And he's like, I'm coming, babe. I'm just rolling my joint. And he's like, I'm rolling it really, really fucking slowly so I don't have to go into the room because she might kill me. She's going to fucking kill me. And I was like, so you're standing outside rolling your joint really, really slowly. He was like, I have to roll it really slowly because that woman, my God, we've done it already 9 times and she's going to kill me. And I'm like, bro, the fucking stories that he tells me. I live vicariously for that boy. I swear down. He's too funny. But anyway, so that's my brother, everybody. So if you're looking to have a bit of fun, he's the one to go to. Now, we wanted to talk about entities on another subject. Should we talk about that? Okay. So, is Baddie still in here? So, Baddie was talking about spiritual energy. And she was talking about he could totally be on Netflix. He could play any character. He could be a vampire. He could be a billionaire that owns a company like Christian Grey. He could play a good tramp. He was supposed to go to the army, so he would play like a good army person. He could do anything. And he's so talented, drawing, writing, creating movies. He's very talented. And I'm just like, yeah, you're wasting away here. So Baddie was talking about energies in the house, right? So anytime there's like an energy that you feel, there are things called imps. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. And imps basically works for the devil. Yeah? Little imps that works for the devil. So some people will say, I saw a shadow in my house and it's like really low and really small and it's really creepy and I never understood what it was. And some people don't realize that it's impy energy, and imps actually work for the devil. So what imps do in that on the lower vibrational energy, they will do things like they will influence your energy. So how you attract negative energy is what you energetically through your aura put out. This is why I always say in all of my lives, raise your vibration. Because how does negative entity work? Negative energies work. If you are angry, sad, grieving, depressed, stressed out, you are on that low vibrational energy frequency. So if you are those energies and you go to work one day and you're somebody that has to drive past the cemetery, or you're somebody that passed a hospital, or you're somebody, because there's all dead people everywhere. Okay, there's like souls everywhere. And you just happen to be that energy frequency. What happens is souls on the other side, or energies on the other side that are vibrating on your energy, will magnetize to you and find a home with you and attach itself to you. And then you'll start to feel more angry, more depressed, And then you create what they call the poltergeist energy. So when you're angry and sad and depressed, and then you've got all of these superpowers which lay within us, then you'll have experiences like, and then you put your energy mixed with somebody else in the house who's getting angry and pissed off and sad and worried and scared. You put those energies together. Could you imagine what it will be like in your whole house? So you create an entity in the house, and it will start to do things like open up all the cupboards. It will do things like move your money around, take your money. The remote control was there. Where's it gone? I just put my tools down over there and then it's gone. And it creates this energy poltergeist. Sometimes you're the one that's haunted. Sometimes you move into a house and you think it's amazing and it feels good. And then you find a dark spot in the corner of the room. That's odd. What is that doing there? Some people, when they live in houses, there are some people that plays with Ouija boards. I despise things like that. It is a way of channeling, but a lot of people don't do it right. And what they say about Ouija boards is when you tamper with a Ouija board, you are opening up a gateway and a doorway to the other side. Because when you do the Ouija board, have you noticed that in every story or every film that has been put out there in the universe, they just go on the Ouija board, they put their hand on the board, and then they ask a question. Now, my question is, who are you talking to? So have you noticed that every time, because it's a form of divination. Prayer is divination. Praying on a playing mat is divination. When you read to the Bible, you talk to God. It's a form of divination. So exactly, energy of somebody in the house will spike your energy. This is why I wear crystals. I have a lot of people in my house who are in their past lives. My daughter, my mum, my brother's a wizard. I think both of my brothers are wizards, to be quite fair. I've got my daughter, she's a medium, so she sees people as well. My sister's a medium. I've got my mum, she can see and sense feel. She's more of a sensor and a feeler. So can you imagine living in a house with all of those people who've got like those high sensory perceptive energies? They're so energetic. I feel all of it. Now, I am the only earth sign in my household. Earth holds everything. Earth holds everything. Everyone. Mother Earth. So all my earth signs out there, especially my water signs, not going to lie, but we feel vibrations of everything. Not that I'm saying not other signs aren't, because when you look at your time of birth, your date of birth, you'll be able to see what other star signs are attached to you. So when you're in an energy filled with people and they all come with their own aura, and you don't know whether that person is happy or sad, or they've picked up on something outside and they bring it home with them. Why do you think I sage my house all day? I burn incense in my house all the time. Palo Santo, sandalwood, I burn it. Anyone who's depressed, if a negative energy, if they go out during the course of the day, something could attach itself to them. I pray. I do the Our Father prayer every night. I do the Hail Mary every night before I go to bed. I have my own prayers and my own manifestations. I love all of these things. I say the Archangel Michael prayer. You can find that Michael prayer on Google, on easy. It's right there. Take a print of it, memorize it, and say that prayer whenever you feel like there's anything dark in the house. Michael, why do you think we're named? Why do you think we're named? So when somebody calls your name, you look, don't you? So when you say Archangel Michael, he's going to look down upon you, and he knows you're talking to him. So this is the reason why every time I do readings, you always hear me say angels, guides, loved ones. You always hear me say that. So you, the public, know who I'm talking to. I'm not just going to read for you and go spirit, because I see a lot of readers out there going, spirit, what do you want me to, what spirit are you talking to, dude? Because you could be talking to a spirit that is not good. So when you hear me every time, and I say it all the time, people go, why do you keep saying it? Angels, guides, and loved ones. Because I'm reading for a new person, and I'm going to hit. So when I bang my cards, I put your name into it. So what does Time and Trends need to know? And then I bang the card. That's your energy going into my cards. And I'm talking to my angels and my guides and my loved ones. So that's the reason. That's how I do my readings. And I don't ever silence who I'm talking to. I show you who I'm talking. I even show the pictures of the people that I'm talking to. Those are my guides, and those are of love, and those are angels and guides, and we all have them. So when people go out there and start doing Ouija boards, And if you look at these films, they always start out with, is there anyone here? Who are you talking to? It's weird. Who are you to? You have to set your intention. You have to be very clear on how you read. You have to be very clear. And I want you to know something as well. When you do Ouija boards, and I really hope that you don't, and I've taught my daughter from a very young age. My daughter is 22 now, and I've always said to my kid, if you go to a house party and you've got all your friends there, and then some idiot in the crowd goes, let's do the Ouija board, get out. Get out. I can't, no one was able to tell me about my guardian angels. I won't even watch movies like that. It's like opening your mind to that. This is why I always say, be careful of what you see, be careful of what you hear, be careful of what you feel, and be careful of what you say, because you will attract that energy to you. I don't like watching horror movies. I'd rather watch real life stories. Like, I'd rather watch, if something did happen in somebody's home, how to cleanse and get rid of it. I like to watch things like Ghost Inside My Child, because there's children that are remembering their past lives. So I like to watch things like that, reality things, but things that will help me out in the end, that educates me so I can help you. And that's why, and then my own personal experiences as well. So I'm always making sure that I know that there are people in my house who've got alchemy powers. We all have it. We're all highly sensitive in my family. And it's so weird because everybody in my family has all had some sort of a near-death experience. Like when my big sister was born, she was born with, what is it called? She couldn't cry. And this was in the Philippines. And she had, what is it called? It's going to come to me. But she nearly died when she was young. And back then, because my sister's like 55 now, we're 10 years apart. And she nearly died when she was young because she had a condition when she was born. And from that near-death experience, she was able to tune in. My mum had a burst appendix when she was 45 years old. She's very tuned in as well. She's able to pick up things. She's like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. And I'm able to, I've got these abilities from my grandmother, who was a healer. My daughter, she's very mediumistic. She sees spirit without even, like, with me, I can see them through my third eye. My daughter sees them with their physical eyes, with her physical eyes. I do from time to time, if my guides want me to see entities or spirit, I will see them. I pick up on names as well, and I get all of this through meditation. There are people that always says to me, can you come into my house and cleanse my house? I don't need to do that. You could do that yourself. Sometimes I go into a house and energy is so palpable and I can actually hear the house going, leave. We don't want you here. Leave. And I'm like, you have to abide by that energy. Otherwise something could go wrong. As the house owner, that has to be the one to cleanse and clear out the space. You can have somebody clear out the space, but ultimately it has to be you. And then people always talk about hauntings. There's a haunting. And I'm like, well, no, it's not a haunting. It's not actually the house. It's something that was attached to you. Only to find out, yeah, when I was a teenager, I messed around with the Ouija board. I'm like, so you opened the door because you opened up a portal. You didn't know who you were talking to. And you thought you were talking to your granddad. But then it was actually something negative in the form of your grandfather. And I don't understand. Feel it. I'm gonna, hold on a minute. What did she, diphtheria, pneumonia. That's what my sister had. My older brother, the one who was diagnosed with cancer, he had a burst appendix. My mum had a burst appendix. Both of them are Libras, and it's weird. So both of them had a burst appendix. My mum became very spiritual, and she could see things as well. And then my big brother, he had a burst appendix as well. He was at the brink of death, my big brother. So what happened was his appendix burst, and the burst appendix was with him for about a day or two. And he wasn't feeling good. His best friend said, you don't look so good, bro. I need to take you to the doctors because you literally look like you're dying. The doctor said to my brother, if your best mate did not take you here, 1 minute later, you would have died. because the burst appendix has gone, it's basically poison in your body. So my mum and my brother had a burst appendix. My father, who's now passed away, he was very psychic, but he never trusted anything that he saw. Do you know why? Because that man got into an accident in a van, and the van went like 360-degree turn, and I swear he said it was spinning around for like 3 hours. This van was just going over and over, and he nearly died. You obviously know about what happened with me. My little brother, he had a spiritual awakening at 17, so he saw dark and light entities. My brother has anyone ever seen Constantine? Does anyone know Keanu Reeves? Has anyone ever seen Constantine? So my brother is like Constantine. He's the kind of soul, my brother can manifest rain. I know it sounds weird, but he can. So so he's got white wizard energy, my brother. He's got a white wizard energy. There's a game that he likes to play. I forget what it is. D&D. I love D&D stuff. I don't know if you guys know about D&D. I'm like a really big geek. So it's like we'll sit there, play D&D, and then you like create a world on this board, and then you become a specific character. Dungeons and Dragons, yeah. So this is a game that me and my daughter and my brother like to play, and he'll play it with his boys. And there was one day my brother was telling me, because I hadn't spoken to my brother for 10 years because we disconnected for 10 years and drama, but we got back together because of my granddad who passed away on the other side. It was the weirdest thing that happened, how we got back together. I saw my grandfather in death because he died years ago. And I saw my grandfather, and apparently my brother looks like my grandfather. So we've got Spanish blood as well in the Philippines, because the Spaniards came into the Philippines and raped our women. So I've got Spanish blood. Anyway, so we've got Spanish energy in our bloodline. So my brother looks Filipino, Latino, Brazilian. So he's all of these things. And he's got this, there's something about him. He's like really majestic, and I don't know how to explain it. There's something really majestic about him. Even my older brother, it's weird. So we played Dungeons and Dragons, and one day my brother was saying to me, I was playing with my sons, and this was a gap when me and my brother, we didn't see each other for about 10 years. And then we was playing Dungeons and Dragons, he said. I was playing it with my boys, and we were so intertwined in the game. He's got music in the background. He's got his little characters on the table. And then he would be like, there is rain. Has anyone seen Stranger Things? It's that board game. It's like that. And then he goes, I got the spray bottle and I was like squirting it. And then the clouds broke open and thunder and lightning. And then all of a sudden it poured down with rain. And out of nowhere, my brother goes, me and my boys were playing outside. Out of nowhere, when I said the clouds part, thunder and lightning, the clouds parted and fucking rained on us. I was saying the words and we were so into this game, and without even thinking about it, like when I was saying it, my boys were going like this, like, why is the clouds all grey? It's weird. And they're looking up at the clouds and it's grey, and then all of a sudden thunder, lightning, and then rain on them. And my brother was like, it was weird. It was like we were in the board game. We were in the game, and it just, all of a sudden I made it rain. These are the powers that we have. Now, you've heard me talk about Kellee White, okay? You can find her on YouTube. I love her. Kellee White, when she had a brain injury, she was able to, her father was a table, what do you call it? A table tipper. So, you know, when they put the hand on the table and then all of a sudden the table rises, it's like, oh my, and he would communicate with spirit that way. But he would be a table tipper. That's what they called him. So what he would do, she has those abilities like her father, but she had a traumatic brain injury, and it unlocked some sort of superpower. So, you know, like Matilda, that film, she was able to move things with her mind. This shit is real, guys. It's real. It is real. And you can find it on YouTube. I'm I'm going to try and find a woman. It's called remote viewing. Has anyone ever heard of this? Remote viewing. So you are able to see something with your eyes closed. It's called remote viewing. You're able to come out of your physical body. You're able to focus on a specific space or a place, and then you're able to see what somebody is doing. They do it in the military. So what they do is they use people who can do remote viewing. So it's like, show us the weapons in Russia. Can you get there? And then they create a design. They'll do a drawing of it. And then when they get to Russia and they get to everything that was drawn on this piece of paper by the remote viewer was exactly as they saw it, and you could test yourselves out. If you had family members who believe in this stuff, blindfold yourself, take them to a place and go, what do you see? I can see a red car. I can see a park. I see the roundabout. I can see a swing. You blindfold that person and they're standing in front of a park and they're right next to a red car. This is real. It's third eye, a remote viewing. We can all do this. I do it all the time. I don't like to intervene in other people's things, but I do it all the time. So like people will say to me, do you know where my key is? Stupid things like that. Do you know if this is in the house? Do you know if it's lost? And then my guides will also help me along the way. Like I thought I lost my mum's passport and they were like, look in the drawer. I looked in the drawer and it was right there. So it's crazy. It's like I get messages from my guides. We all have guides. Sometimes I can be scared. Well, that's the thing. Me and my nephew have this ongoing thing about astral travel. So I always say to my nephew, did you astral travel? When's the last time you astral travel? Like it's like a normal conversation. When's the last time you went swimming? And I'm going, so when's the last time you astral travel? He said, the last time I astral travel, I saw a gremlin and I freaked out. So I just came back in my body. It was so funny. It was like, we talk about it like it's a normal thing, but it is. There are some people that can astral travel, and if you're able to astral travel and come out of your physical body and you're like looking at your body from another point of view, you are able to go everywhere. Some people will start just going outside and they get a little bit freaked out and then they come back into their body. Some people will go further. You know, you can fly. You're able to fly as well when you're in astral form, because obviously our soul is so light of body. We come out of the physical body and we have the ethereal cord that is connected to us, so it pulls us back into the physical body. It's amazing what our souls are. That's why I always say you have no idea what you're capable of. You have no idea. But the problem is when we go into that spiritual energy, we get afraid, we get scared. I fly a lot in my dreams. And then what happens, Purple D? When you land in your body, you go like this. If any of you go to sleep and then all of a sudden you wake up like that, it's because your soul just went back into the body, because you're flying. You're going places. Because our soul does not need to sleep. Our souls can go anywhere, everywhere, doesn't need sleep. There's no such thing as time or space on the other side. Time is completely irrelevant on the other side. It's amazing. This is why I'm saying we are all of these things. We are all of these things. There are different dimensions. Did you know about that? So there's like the alien world, and the aliens are going to be coming out really soon. They've already been showing themselves. Like, I believe God created all of us. Mermaids, dragons, vampires. My mum saw a vampire in Scotland, and she was not the only person who saw a vampire. There was 16 of them. And I told that story before. My mum's told me things about the Philippines that she saw when she was a kid. There are those big hairy man. They call it the Yeti in the USA. In the Philippines, I can't remember what they call it in the Philippines. We have duendes in the Philippines that are tiny little leprechauns. They're these tiny little things that come and take your money if they can. Like little duendes, like the little leprechaun. But in Philippines, we call it the duendes. I believe in all of it. I believe in fairies. I believe in all of it. And people, where do these stories come from? They didn't just come from somebody's great mind. These are real things that exist. These are all real things. They're all on different dimensions, on a higher frequency. The universe, Earth is a very tough school. It's Earth school. It's a very tough school. And we're here to learn a lot of things. This is the least. The Earth School is very low vibe energy, very low energy, because murdering and killing and hurt and pain and starvation and raping and all this shit, this all happens here in the physical world. Now people are like, how are we supposed to love life when all of this shit's going on? Because this is the only place out of all the dimensional planets out there in the world. Everything happens all in the past, the present, the future is happening all now. It's the most lowest vibrational Earth and the school in the whole of the solar system, because everyone else is evolved. All of those other souls and entities on those other planets are evolved. We are not. And I believe firsthand that God has created every single one of these entities, every single one of them. I went to the UK in my dream, and I did have documentaries, and I was hiding from authority. When my daughter passed, I felt like I was a stranger on earth. They have this thing called a shared death experience. So there was a woman's husband. There was a woman. Her husband had passed away, but her husband, prior to her husband passing away, she falls into this deep sleep. When she fell into this deep sleep, she said, I was not in my body. I could see my body lying on the bed. It was like I was dead, but I wasn't. And then she said, I went up into the clouds and I could see like ancestors and loved ones that I didn't know here in the physical world, but I knew that I knew them because they were familiar to me. And we have ancestors all up there waiting for us. And what I heard was, he's coming, he's coming. And it was like they rolled out the red carpet for her husband who was going to pass away. He's coming, guys, he's coming. So she said, when I was there watching from a different point of view in heaven, watching everybody, waiting for my husband to cross over, I saw his grandma, I saw his mum, I saw his dad, I saw his brothers, his sisters, all the people that passed away, and they were all waiting for him. And there was a massive door that was like, I don't know, 100 foot tall in the air. And they kept saying, he's coming, he's coming. When the door opened, my husband walked through it, and that's when he passed away. It was a shared death experience. I meant I didn't have documents when I went to the UK in my dreams. Don't know what that means. You'll figure all of this out later on. So when you're talking about when your daughter passed, you felt, when I lost 3 kids, I always connect to the little one, the youngest one that I lost, the last one that I lost. And I always said, I want you to show me yourself. And at the time, my daughter was already like a teenager, so 17, 18. And I always find a baby handprint on my window. And you just feel, you just know when it's your loved one. You'll know when it's something not right. And there are ways to cleanse your space. So people were saying, how do you cleanse your house? I live by a cemetery, okay? I live by a cemetery. So there's definitely going to be dead people around here. I remember I was sitting in the garden one day, and I was like, when I was smoking, I was sitting in my garden. I was reading a book about, you know, near-death experiences. And then 5 hours, I'm going to leave soon. And I remember when I was sitting in my garden, I look up and I see these 2 kids. The cemetery. And by the way, it's a Muslim cemetery. I don't know if anyone else can be buried there, but everybody that's buried in this cemetery, they seem to be all Muslims. But for some reason, when I look up after reading my book and I'm facing the cemetery because of beautiful trees, I'm looking at a little boy and a little girl, blonde hair. They look like brothers or sisters or twins, and they were wearing, you know, the old pajamas that they wore back in the day, like with that little collar buttoned up. And I saw them, and I was just like, hi. In my mind, what are you doing here? We're just looking. I was like, oh, okay. And then they vanished. There was another time here, because I live by a cemetery, I always go to the kitchen in the middle of the night. I'm a night owl, okay? I'm an early bird, but I'm also a night owl. I like to walk around when all the lights are off. I don't like light. In my bedroom, everything has to be pitch black. I don't want a crack of light coming out of the curtains. I want it to be completely silent. in order for me to sleep. Why? Because I have supersonic hearing. So I hear everything. This is why I need everyone to shut up. No talking. If my daughter's in the living room talking really fucking loud, she's going to piss me off because I can't sleep. I hear everything. So I go into, all the lights are off in my house. Remember, I live by a cemetery. I am going into my kitchen to get a glass of water, and I see this African spirit man at my window, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, you don't belong here. You need to go to the other side. And he went, it was like all he needed to hear was that. Go into the light. You don't need to be here. And it was like he went, it's like he said thank you, and then he just left. It was crazy. It was insane. I'm not scared of that. And the reason why I'm not scared of it, I don't look at it that way. Because fear will make you afraid of everything in life. I don't look at something, see it, and then be afraid of it. Because if I'm afraid of it, that means anything that I need, anything negative or evil can attach itself, because fear is evil, isn't it? So I don't want to be afraid of it. So I don't walk under energy of fear, because I believe in God. I believe God watches over me, and I believe God will show me what I need to see. And whatever I need to see, they need my help. So I'm always like, okay. So when I saw this African man, and I can see he had some, I don't know if there was trauma, addiction in his life. The energy was a little bit dark, but I was like, oh, you don't need to be here. Go into God's white light. And I only just visualized a white light, and then they will look at the white light, and then their soul will just go up. That's how I do it. And I always introduce myself when I come into a space. I always cleanse the space when I come into somebody's house. In my mind, I'll introduce myself. So I'll be like, I love you, I'm sorry. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. It's like, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Ho'oponopono. It's like an introduction. When you walk into somebody's space, let's let the souls there know that you're good, and no harm. And I always say in my head, it's a Hawaiian thing, yes. And there was a Shaolin master, or is it like a shaman man, that said every time you go into a space, energy's in the chair, energy's in the house, energy's everywhere you go. So just be like, I love you, cleanse the space, I'm sorry for anything that happened here, please forgive me, forgive them, thank you. It's a cleansing of the space. So I do this all the time, even in my own house. Every morning, those are the words that I say. So I have my own specific mantras that I say every morning, but I do that energy, and it's a good practice to put in, because then you end up attracting. So and meditation. Can I show you how I meditate? So I have my meditation music in the background, as you know. So I'd have something like this in the background. And I stopped using it, but I started bringing it back in. Now musicians use this. You think I'm crazy? I go into a serious trance when I have this. So I have my little music on in the background. I don't know why. It just puts me into a trance. Let me get the box. Hold on. So I got this off of Amazon. Let me see if I can, hold on. Let me see if I can mirror it. Take a screenshot of it. Got it? Screenshot? No, it works for me. It works for me. I used to put this on in the background. I used to put this on in the background, yeah? And that's how I put people into de-regression. Just concentrate on the sound. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then I start to listen to guided meditation. Keep my energy on this, so I'm not focusing on anything but the sound. And then all of a sudden your mind is clear to receive messages from your guides, from your angels, from your loved ones. You receive names. This is something that musicians uses, but I was like, oh, I need one of those because it helps me to channel my energy into something, into this, and not focus on something else. And this was good for me because the only reason why I love this and the only reason why it works for me is because I get distracted really easily. It does, for me, that's exactly what it does, Ava. It resets my brain. It's like it turns off, and then I'm able to receive. So before I come on my live, I always meditate. I should arrange a workshop. I know I have to do this. I'm always saying to my guides are always telling me to do these things. Somebody told me to do a podcast. Somebody told me to do, I have to rent out a space, show you how I do my meditations. I'm like, when am I going to have the time for this? Because after I go on my live, I've got a client later on at 9 o'clock. I've got one at 9, I've got one at 10, and I've got one at 11 o'clock. So it's like I just don't have the time in the day. But it's like once I free up this time, then I'll start to do more things. So I've always said to you guys that I want to do more for my subscribers. I want to give you, I don't want to just keep reading for you general. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. So what I am going to do next time, next Sunday, is give me your birth date. Any guided messages for Fab? If you can calculate your birthday, okay? So I'm going to show, give me 1 second. I'm just going to give a message to Fab. This Fab me. Oh. There is good news coming your way, something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling, creative projects, inspiration. You need to tap into the spiritual part of yourself. I'm seeing a higher form of commitment, a relationship as I'm connecting to you. And I'm also seeing a younger masculine around you with money coming your way. So it could be a pay rise, a promotion, some sort of investment. I've got the Tower card upside down, which means that you are co-creating and you're rebuilding and you're building a more solid foundation and a more solid structure. This is the energy attached to you. Now, it's crazy because Fab, who I'm currently reading for, I'm going to just talk to you about a second. Fab, this is your guided message, Goddess of the Moon. Pay attention to your dreams and your visions, and your intuition is on point. So if you're not listening to it, you're doing yourself a disservice. So for some weird reason, there was one day when I started talking about the Ouija board, and Fab said to me, I'm still on because I'm talking about entities and everything else. I'm leaving in a minute. Fab asked me, I said randomly out of nowhere, I'll never do a Ouija board. And Fab goes, I was about to buy one. And I was like, oh, hell no. Could you open up portals? People don't know what they're doing. People use it and then they go, there's a step and a way to do it. But I personally wouldn't do it. And I'm a spiritual person and I see dead people. But I know what the Ouija board does. It's used in the wrong way. So more people are getting Ouija boards and opening up portals everywhere in the world, and they leave it open. So negative entities are just coming in. Imps are coming in. Demons are coming in. Negative entities and energies are walking in through these portals. So there are certain specific energy frequencies around the world where you can go into a place and there's a weird vibration. It's like there are certain things in the world, certain places in the world where the energy is weird, and it's because there's a portal in that place. So it's just really intense. I've seen some stories, you know, some like hauntings and all this shit, where people would do, like, would put the pentagram on in a way and use it with dark intentions. And when you use a pentagram and you use it with dark intentions, you don't even realize that you're hurting yourself in the long run. This is why I'm like, any practicing witches out there, be wise, because some people, I've seen some white witches and clients that are like, I feel like something bad has happened. I'm a white witch, I'm a practicing white witch. And I'm like, you did something wrong. You didn't know what you were doing and you did something wrong. And that's the reason why you've called in something that shouldn't be there. And now you have to do this, and it's going to be a process. Ouija board is bad news, man. It's not good. And it's not tarot. Do tarot. Get some oracle cards. Oracle cards, tarot, it's a form of divination. It's working. People always saying tarot is bad. No, it isn't. It's a form of connecting to your guides, your loved ones. It actually makes you more open and more intuitive. It actually makes you use your intuition with the tarot. And that's why I love using the tarot. So for me, this is something that you can create a business on it. And not only you can create business and help yourself, but you're going to help the masses as well. So you don't have to be a tarot reader. You could be like, okay, I'm going to pull a message for what do you need to know? What do we all need to know right now? What do we need to know? Break free from the chains that bind you. Cleanse, release, and surrender anxiety, worries, and stresses and fears. Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to say, guys. I've been on here for about 5 hours, so I need to go and get a drink. I will be back tomorrow doing more lives on TikTok, but it's going to be an open live. I've got people in here that was in here because I got on here at like 2 o'clock and it's now 7 p.m. in the UK. It's coming up to 7 p.m. So I am drained. I was doing readings and then I was talking about spirit, how to cleanse the house. I'm going to try and post this up, guys, but it's 5 hours long. So I feel like there could be a delay or it's going to be some problem with the downloading. But I will come back tomorrow. So if I didn't get anyone today, I will try and get to you tomorrow. I am so drained. I can't do it anymore. So I hope I helped you. I'm going to do more lives where I'm talking. And I'm hoping that next Sunday, really quickly before I leave. If this is your birthday, because I would need your birthday in order to tell you. No, that's not right. Hold on a second. I'm going to try and tell you what your life path is just by the number of your birthday and where how you tune into that. So if this is your birthday, the 27th of the 10th, it needs to be singled down to 1 digit. So you would add 2 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6. So you would add up all those numbers together. Yeah, 27th of the 10th, 1986. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So I think all of that adds to 35. And then you add 5 plus 3, 3 plus 5, 5, 6, 7, 8 is your life path number. Also, if you come out as an 11 or a 22, people always say you don't have to single that number. You don't need to add it up. But I like to do that. I'm an 11, so I put plus, which makes me a 2 life path. So not only am I 11 life path, I also have to look at the number 2. So when you go into that, it will tell you what energies are attached to it. 7 is a very spiritual number, Nicole. So you would have come into this physical world to learn a lot about spirituality. So you would have had a lot of spiritual experience or intense experiences in your life to break open that spiritual part of you. 111 is a master number. It's the builder. It's the God's number. It's like as above, so below, up and down. So you're going to learn, and it's about mind and then body. So when this is what is attached to your life path number. And believe it or not, yeah, so any 7s out there, you've come to learn a lot of spiritual something, because in numerology, the numbers go from 1 to 9. Yeah? Why does it go from 1 to 9? Because when you get to number 10, what is that? It's just 1. So what I'm going to do next week, okay, I'm going to go into more detail next week on my subscribers live. Everybody needs to tell me, and I'm going to try and do it in order. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to do readings. I'll do your life path number and tell you what's attached to you according to your birthday. And believe it or not, guys, have you ever heard of Pythagoras? Has anyone ever heard of Pythagoras? Yes, 10 is 1. Time and trends, 1. You're a builder. You come here to build and work hard, man. Has anyone heard of the Pythagoras chart? It's kind of like, it's like this box, right? And then in this box, you've got a set of numbers, and then you've got like the alphabet, A, B, C, all the way to the Z. And then above is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, so with the Pythagoras chart, right? You can even get the energy attached to your name. Can you believe that? I do that. I do that. So count up all the A's, count up all the N's, my name, count up all the L's, count up all the Z's. What number is it? Is it number 4? Is A number? And then when you get to that digit, you'll also find out the energy attached to your name. Now, they also say that if your name begins with an A, you were born to be a leader. You were born to thrive. You were born to be the boss to some degree. If you have an L and your name begins with an L, it would be things like you're very emotional, you're very emotionally intelligent, but you're very secretive. The letters are attached. There's energy attached to the letters of your name. It's madness. This is crazy. It's a high form of mathematics. Yeah. But this is also used to collect the energies of what your name, why you're here. Not only do you get an energy check-in of your birthday, it doesn't just check into the energy of your birthday, what it's supposed to be. It is a universal language. 1,000. We're all made up of numbers. Do you know what the important numbers they showed me on the other side? 369. Something about 3 6s and 9s. Don't know what it is. I like to manifest on 369. I write down things 3 times, 6 times, 9 times every day. First day 3 times, second day 3 times, and then it's so. I learned a lot. I read so many books, but there is something about the God frequency that talks about 3, 6, and 9. There's something very powerful in those numbers. Three, 6, and 9. There's just something about manifesting under that energy. It's crazy. And how you can manifest your dreams into reality. It's amazing. It's so amazing. So if you're 27, I don't know what 27 and 31 means. You have to narrow it down to a single digit. 7, 8, 9, 3 and 4. So 7 plus 2, 9, and then 3 plus 1 is 4. Always narrow. If you want to know the energy of a number, if you want to know what it means, ultimately you have to add up those numbers into a single digit. Add up the numbers into a single digit. I had a shaman from India, and I had a reading with him, and he asked for my birthday, 26th of December, 1980. And he said it in his accent, and then he called me sweetheart, but in the Indian language. And he was like, oh, you have very lucky number. Your birthday's very lucky number, Anna. Lucky. And I'm like, lucky? I don't feel lucky. All the shit that's happened in my life. And he was like, no. You are here to teach. You are here to learn, to evolve, to grow. But you are a teacher. You are a healer. And I was like, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. 9, baddie. You're here to complete something. You're like my daughter. You come in here to complete a cycle. That means you might not have to come back in when you cross over to the other side. That's what they say about number 9s. It's always going to be number 9, yeah. If you are number 9, if your life path is number 9, like my daughter and my mum, they don't need to come in next time, but they're here to complete things, because 9 is completion of a cycle. So you're here to complete a cycle. 8, you're nearly there. 8, you're nearly there. It has to be a single digit number. You have to make sure you make it a single digit number. So you have to add up all your birthday. So you have to add up the date, the month, and the year. And it has to be down to a single digit number. And then the great thing about it is you don't need to wait for me. My life path number is number 3. What is the energy attached to life path number 3? You'll see. There you go. Mine is 3. So it's not 30, Jackie, it's 3. It's 3. All right, guys, I need to go and change because, you know, it's a lot going on down there. I need to go and change. I will be back tomorrow, and I'm going to do life path. So next week, I'm getting bored of doing tarot. I mean, I love my tarot, but I want to do more for my subscribers. So next week, I'm going to do life path numbers. I would love to do your names, but that's just like way too much. It'd have to be a one-to-one thing. So I will be back tomorrow doing open lives. Love and appreciate you. Hug to Johnny. I'll give him a hug. Don't worry about that. All right, guys. I love and appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow, and I'll let you know what time I'm going on there. Bye, guys. Love you, love you, love you.